The curriculum developed under subsection 1 shall prescribe uniform compulsory courses to be offered by all accredited universities, and no university shall substitute or omit such courses. The next one, the curriculum shall require all students to undertake courses in information technology and the law as compulsory component of the program. Mr. Speaker, let me shed some light on this. Mr. Speaker, I am particularly introducing this sub-clause with emphasis on compulsory IT training because, Mr. Speaker, our world is moving into an AI space. Just last week, a very senior lawyer told me that with an AI tool that his law firm has deployed, the firm was able to deal with some case briefs, summarizing the certain decisions, and it is really enhancing efficiency in the law firm. Mr. Speaker, many of these courses that are being run by universities in the Western world are now tailored in a manner that allows a full application of AI. We are behind, and this law is being enacted not for today, for tomorrow. So, Mr. Speaker, ab initio, it is important that we emphasize this so that our future lawyers would also be brought up to speed. Mr. Speaker, today, students who are taking international affairs and diplomacy programs abroad are studying this program with AI models as integral part of the program. So there is AI diplomacy. So whereas your foreign minister in, say, Africa, meets a counterpart in Europe, and he is now dealing with briefs, the counterpart there is aided by AI. He is approaching you with a full AI tool aiding his diplomacy. Mr. Speaker, that is a reality. But here, our foreign minister would have to read papers and read. But your colleague has been trained with the use of AI tools for his diplomacy. And all the officers who are his technical staff have gone through education that has deployed AI as an integral part of that training. So if we don't introduce it now, Mr. Speaker, we'll have a challenge. In any event, Mr. Speaker, just for our information, so far, none of the universities in Ghana, be it private or public, has a first degree program in AI. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. AI tools are not being deployed in our universities in a scale that, at least in the minimum, we'll say that we are preparing our kids to meet future market demand. So, Mr. Speaker, it will be the first. You are
talking about introduction of AI at a degree level.
Mr. Speaker, oh yes.
Or of information technology.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, it forms part of, yes.
Have you looked across 48?
Mr. Speaker, I looked at 48, but, Mr. Speaker, 48, 49, Mr. Speaker, but I felt that, yes, Mr. Speaker, it's also captured there. But I felt that since this is dealing specifically with the curriculum, why not first mention it? If we mention it here and subsequently they don't even appear, we would have addressed it. Because,
no, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying so because if you look at 48 says the minimum requirement for the award of Bachelor of Law degree is the satisfactory completion of the number of course of study that amount to a number of credit hours that the council determines. taking into consideration the general policy of the university in which the law degree program operates regarding the number of credit hours required for completion. Because, for instance, Honorable Minority Leader, whether you are doing law in Legon or not, you do appropriate technology.
Mr. Speaker, the way it's been captured in D, I think reading it together with what I'm putting in the curriculum, let me abandon the second leg of it and just maintain the first leg, because I think the amendment that the winnowing committee has done in D addresses it. It's clear enough. Training in information technology. So, Chairman, I am abandoning it because of D. So let's just maintain the first part of the amendment. That's it.
Well, then I'll put a question.
So put a question on the first part. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I thought also that the winnowed version sets out the content of curriculum. So I'm at a loss where you want us to insert the curriculum developed under subsection 1 shall prescribe uniform compulsory courses to be offered by all accredited universities, and no university shall substitute. You've cancelled one. The curriculum developed under subsection 1 shall prescribe uniform compulsory courses to be offered by all accredited universities. I think the idea behind clause 1 is to set a framework but leave room for different universities. Now let's say, for instance, let's take for instance, the curriculum for a Bachelor of Laws degree program shall provide instructions that are necessary for the impartation of a particular subject matter or skill, practical and theoretical training in the law, an opportunity to take elective courses, training in information technology, predetermined course contents for the courses offered, including relevant statutes, cases, articles, books, topics in the course, instructions on the ethics, and etc. Mr. Speaker, if you look at all these, it will be difficult to now say at the end that the curriculum developed under subsection 1 shall prescribe uniform, compulsory courses to be offered by all accredited institutions. Because what the law normally will do is to set minimum courses that you must offer. Yes. Minimum courses that you must offer. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I think the angle I was picking it from was in respect of the standard, the compulsory, the minimum requirement. I think, yes, the uniform standard that I was looking at, Mr. Speaker, I think it's quite problematic at the degree level, because some universities may want to offer international law jurisprudence as part of the non-compulsory courses. Others may have emphasis on AI law or something else. So demanding a uniform standard across board will become a difficult. Mr. Speaker, I therefore abandon. This is a major policy matter that if the AG were to be here, it would have held my course Mr. Speaker, you can speak to it as a matter of law, but the AG can speak to this as a matter of policy. You see, Mr. Speaker, I'm looking at it with a different eye. We are talking about minimum qualification, and that explanation you gave, stands well with me, because the legal education bill, which we are looking at, the law is seeking to regulate professional law training and trying to give a background how to get there. But Mr. Speaker, situations where you are looking at others who would want to come with a combined major, in all the minimum requirements, we have not talked about a combined major. We've not talked about it. And I feel that I wouldn't abandon, I would want us to flag it. Mr. Speaker, I will plead with the leader of the House that the Attorney General, this is the third time we are considering this bill without him, though the standing orders, specifically, does not prohibit us from proceeding just because the Attorney General is not here. But for policy purposes, he is the sponsor. We've gotten to a stage where, Mr. Speaker, he must find time for this House to shepherd this bill. So, Mr. Speaker, I would not want to delay this. I would flag it and pray that he comes the next time so that we can deal with this. Because I feel strongly about the point I have here, Mr. Speaker. So I will leave it for him to come join us.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
A university shall structure. Yes, a university shall structure its. Oh, let me get. A university shall structure its Bachelor of Laws degree program to include a minor field of study in another discipline. Now, we are seeking to regulate law degree programs.
Legal education.
All that we've done so far is to prescribe a mechanism for regulating law degree programs. Now you are saying that the same university that is regulating or that is providing the law degree program should also develop a minor field of study. Now what you are pushing us to do is to also now have to regulate that minor field of study, something that we don't want to be our concern. That's not our concern. Oh.
Minority leader got it, so he will abandon the amendment.
Please, let's leave this.
We can give that law to the council.
Program. Because when you add on other things, you will distract them. You will increase the cost for the student, because this minor field of study is going to be additional cost to the student, and it's going to be additional time of instruction, and all that will just waste everybody's time. So let's leave it the way it is.
I don't know how this can be handled, but Mr. Speaker, I want to raise a practical problem our students face. Maybe after I'm done, colleagues may come up with a rendition, or you, Mr. Speaker, may assist us. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about assessment for the purposes of retention or disqualification. Mr. Speaker, in Ghanaian universities, we should ask ourselves, when are results released? Sometimes you finish a semester, you are completing the next semester, and your result for the previous semester is not even out. You go for a long vac, 3-month vacation, you come and results are not released, and you are supposed to continue. So, Mr. Speaker, I don't know how we can legislate on this, but the academia, our professors, must ensure some efficiency. Mr. Speaker, the way students are treated in Ghana, I'm sorry, but where some people studied, like the majority leader who was at Harvard.
Minority leader, is it not the case that that is regulated by the statutes of the university?
Mr. Speaker, the statutes say nothing. I've had a war with our universities before. They don't capture it in the statute. Mr. Speaker, permit me on this. We may not perhaps legislate on this, but we may be sending them a signal. Mr. Speaker, in other universities abroad, before the semester starts, the new semester starts, the previous semester assessment will be out. Lecturers will mark and publish results way ahead of time. Here, even where you want to seek for remarking, you want to follow up on your result, it's difficult. It's difficult. So, Mr. Speaker, something must be done. We should at least prescribe, put in a line or two that says that results, the assessment, the outcome of assessment of a student must be released at least 2 weeks into the new semester. At least 2 weeks. I cannot stand here and say lecturers are lazy. That would be wrong on my part to say so. But I am saying that we don't seem to have sufficient efficiency in terms of how students are assessed when their results are released. It comes too late, especially in our public universities.
TV XYZ live on Power 97.9 FM inside politics Jumedi na wiawe so yatena se na ensemo aka sabe yetwegu o man Ghana mu a se be ye na wo so betime nya ho ntiase ye pempanifo a wo makwadare wo sensei mu a wo betime ni wadi nkomo a wo so betime nya ho ntiase eno nti ana wiawe so yegu so aye sommo wa ha Mr. Kevin Asante enemy producer okwa MCR Mr. Ralph Jampo and afi Peter Cranton Emmanuel Neti womu nyina ewo ho a womo bomodin se TV ne so ebe kama na dwumede watimi ahwe camera no Prince ewo ha one Francis and afi Wuli womu nyina aye krado a womo so womo bomodin twa dwumede na bibibia atimi akoso kama me amedi dwumede ho chiame na midin ade enke Obrempong yes the grassroots president ukwap Mike Kania metena se ya na ise se de nsɛmnetie na se na fata no ane yede be wa fiem wadwumam okam babi a wogebre na wohwen ya na se wutie yen ewo eye Power 97.9 FM and TV XYZ. We are also live on Facebook at Power 979 FM. Wochro ni nyina abomu a obemu se dwumedi aye di wa inside politics dwumedi e twegu live en kala di ho TV XYZ nso on Facebook. Nemo mukopie me o YouTube a eye XYZ broadcasting na fe wabo modern agebre na wonso wahwebi wode wadwenkyira to ho dwumadi ne ekoso ne ebegebre na yakenkan wonsem na fe obi anso ehu se wo kan obi na oman Ghana eguso efa ne ntema pa bi na odi front ba bi a wagebre na wo hwe dwumadi bi nyankopon enkyira wa mempene da ye nyina ye ngebre na ye ntoto adwene na fe oman no mfa ne ntema pa bi na omfra ene nkomo no edoso wa nemum de ese na efata no ye yiyim kama a ye de ba besomo wo na watwe mu anase na watwe atwa mu imu se ye nyina yete ya na tomato fo wo mu a edi tomato hudwa ewura Burkina Faso kofa tomato de bagana ba beton no na wo mkohia akwanhia ewo kwan mu a eno no edi ema ebinim kra hwere wo mu nkwa ebinim su preprai na afi Ghana Forces boy etu wo mu jet kama kopie mu ewo Burkina Faso kofa wo mu a na aka prepra no eba the 37 military hospital a wo mu ba ya wo mu so matimi aba na wo baba beje wo mayarehwe me ne wo de kasa ya no na watwe mu a ambassador edema Burkina Faso for my Ghana mo ebeka the new measures are wɔn de agu akwam ɛhwɛ sɛ saa deɛ na ebi ntumi si bio wɔ breko adwadifo efi ɔman Ghana mu ewura Burkina Faso akɔdi ɔmu dwa no saa kunkum ni pra ɛbaa no ebi ntumi si bio wakasa kama masabe adwadifo no wɔn ani agye. Now the Ghana National Tomato Traders Association wɔn akasa na wɔn nso sɛ saa bere deɛ wɔn hwɛ sɛ saa asɛm esi yɛ na esi bio na nneɛma betumi akɔ so. Ede amomo yehwe the Ghana National Tomato Traders Association woman semwa woma kanamra ne ento adwumade ne so.
The first batch of tomato traders and transporters who were given the chance to enter into Burkina Faso 3 days ago has arrived. This is the first car. I spoke to the driver, I spoke to the traders. They went through without facing any dangers. The instruction given to them yesterday, they respected the instruction I gave them. They didn't go to any danger zone, so they have arrived safely. I will continue the same thing tomorrow until I come to Kumasi.
And down now they cut.
Yeah, this is a sign of warning given to those carton traders. We know there is freedom of trade in our constitution, but that doesn't mean you can trade anyhow you like. So I am appealing to all those who trade in a carton boxes. They should come to see the leadership of tomato traders in Kumasi, especially the queen mothers. They have to sit down with them, negotiate with them, so that they also be given quota for their trading activities.
Chairman of say Anna Woten in Cancer or Casano, or no chairman, Edema the Ghana National Tomato Traders Association. Na afi asem we see yeno, one more to board 1 week in na one tracks are one more the call say one more quack of fat. Tomato ni abagana na nyina etimi kam sabe de o ma confirm say sa tracks ni nyina etimi ababedu nti chema akasa no se wo hwe na chi a na tracks ni bi si ho a tomatoes ayema womu ede ti sabe de tomato for nsakom tomato bibia betimi akoso kama ewo eye womu dwa womu guso a womu dinum na ye hwe se mpanifo bebo modern na fei abambo a ebekọ efipaga wura Burkina Faso na adwadifo etimi abo mo no o ma yiremu se de be ya asa wuwu ni pra no ye hunu bi sesia bi o ye nto adwumadi no so na afi ye nkɔhwɛ His Excellency the President directive awode ama the Finance Minister Dr. Kasiel Atofo say arrest bia aka a was cocoa farmers wo mo nsatimi kan wo mo modern na won tua se sika we nyina enfema cocoa fuo no na the director of Presidential Initiative on Agriculture Dr. Peter Otukono Buama wabomode akopiem ewo Central Region na fe woni cocoa akuafo ni bebre akwakodi nhyiamu akwakodi nkomo edi afa the new development aba ewo cocoa hu ene ne pricing ene se de ne emasi fa ko nyina yanko ne yanko hwe Dr. Peter Otukono Buama ni semu a wokọ Central Region no woni cocoa akuafo ekodi ni bimra
ene awie ye besi ama ye nantesie ni yetiawa ye papa President Mahama se ye mane ntomo se wodwen mu ho wonim yawa mukom na wonim se samre yi obi ani ataitai but wo yire ne ho nso se obema ne ma boa yefo se de be sika kakra na wo benya no so value bebam enti ne ukodwama so a emu ane ye ton 725 kilo 700 Ghana sisi abedru 350 Ghana eti no eti wo musa sika na ye de ma ne swade nanso wo de toto yenua no mo de no ho a na wo koto mo a yenim sa akuafo ye sika ye de to aduane ema ye no ye mba ye wi ane asan de bi asidan ana ameboa ne asan de bi akọ yafuo mu ana ameboa ene ema miensa ne ye de yenye sa ne say ene ema miensa ne ye de a yenhwe sika na ye de ma ne wo musa aba fom ba yenhwe se Enema miensa ne betimi aye ama aye yi ana. So obesi dan a cement near ton 120 Ghana. Na samre no woje 3000 near enuanom no mo de mai na say 120 Ghana bags ahe na betimi ato. Entimi nto ahe bia. Wo calculate sisi a na odigu say bo say no omo time no betimi de ato 25 bags. Ene wo hwa 2500 na ya teso kra na e betimi ato be say 35 bags. Etu no hwa mu ne na ye. Fertilizer kosoro fertilizer na moto na he 2024 na moto na he na moto fertilizer he etimi kwaya kodu 700 ene fertilizer bo aba fom etino se ututu ode tutu ho a ebo se sika na ba fom.
Enti Dr. Peter Otukono Boama wono ana director of Presidential Initiative on Agriculture and Okopiem Central Region na akuafo a womu dokoko wo pa no woni omo akwakodi nkomo na afi sade eniema sifa ko omampani ni modern ba wobo sebe na koko akuafo a womu dokoko no abibia no womu nsabetimi aka omusika sade esene fata na mom ho atom ana wote se nkomodie no eguso a ekoso no yento so na afi yenkohwe enedai the private sector industry players no womishi omampani John Dramani Mahama na fe the finance minister Dr. Kase ato Forsen na womunkomo a womukodi wo ho efa Ghana economy ne ho ene nia womubeto se de na economy ni tie ene sesi kwan yomo so matimi afaso na womatimi pia Ghana economy no akwakodru yankohwe sa dwumedie ne mra wo bra na Dr. Kase ato Forsen wo kasa edi afasa ensemi homra
debt sustainability and protect priority social spending, particularly safeguarding investment in education, health, and social spending. This is the outturn for the end 2025 fiscal numbers. Your Excellency, last year you set for yourself a 2025 primary balance on commitment basis at 1.5%. The outturn was 2.6%. Better, far better than what you set for yourself. So, President, the overall balance on commitment basis was set at a deficit of 2.8%. We were able to achieve 1%, improving your own numbers. In fact, outperforming what we set for ourselves. The overall balance on cash basis, we set for ourselves a deficit of 3.8%, and the outturn is 3.1%. On primary basis, on cash basis, we set for ourselves 0.5%, and we were able to achieve 0.5%. Largely, I'll show you a slide on revenue performance. The non-oil tax revenue was projected to be 181.6 billion. We were able to achieve 179.2 billion. Largely, we were not able to achieve the target by 3.4 billion Ghana cedis. However, we were able to complement this shortfall with non-tax revenue, where we overly achieved our target and we outperformed it. The target was 18.4 billion and we achieved 24 billion. From the expenditure front, the total expenditure we target was 269.5 billion, but we actually achieved 238.5 billion. This means we were able to reduce expenditure by 11% as we said for ourselves. Right. Your Excellency, primary expenditure was 209.6 billion, and we were able to achieve 188.7 billion. Again, we were able to achieve our target and exceed it by 10%, only 10%. As a result of all of this that we were able to do for ourselves, we have successfully reduced Ghana's debt to GDP from 61.8% of GDP to 45.3% of GDP. So, Mr. President, I'm happy to inform you that, and to captains of industry, that Ghana's debt is now sustainable. For the first time in Ghana's history, there is a negative 11.9% rate of debt accumulation. Your Excellency, I take you to the exchange rate development. The Ghana cedi demonstrated exceptional resilience and strength in 2025, recording an annual appreciation against all major trading currencies. The cedi, according to data from the International Monetary Fund, emerged as the best performing currency in Africa in the year 2025. Mr. President, as at 31st December 2024, under the previous administration, the cedi depreciated against the US dollar by 19.2%, against the British pound by 17.8%, and against the euro by 13.7%. I'm happy to report that as at December 31st, 2025, the Ghana cedi appreciated against the US dollar by 40.7%, against the GBP by 30.9%, and against the euro by 24%. Mr. President, the trade account recorded a surplus of 13.7 billion cedis, supported by strong gold export earnings. And you could see from the graph that this year, the growth we are seeing from export alone was 31.7 billion United States dollars, export alone, as against import of $17.5 billion. The central bank has been able to build strong buffers. I'm again happy to report that the gross international reserves stood at 13.8 billion US dollars, enough to cover 5.7 months of imports from a stock position. 5.7 months of import from a stock position of 8.98 billion United States dollars, which was 4 months of import cover at the end of December 2024. So, President, the outlook looks very good. Oftentimes, the business community is interested in the outlook, and government has set bold but achievable macroeconomic target for the 2026 fiscal year and the medium term. These targets reflect government's determination to maintain the momentum of recovery, deepen stability, and translate growth into real improvement in the lives of our people. As a result, we set for ourselves overall GDP of 4.8% of GDP, non-oil GDP of 5%, inflation 8% plus or minus 2, primary balance on commitment basis, we set for ourselves 1.5% of GDP. Overall balance on commitment basis, we set for ourselves a deficit of 2.7% and gross international reserves of not less than 3 months of import cover. In conclusion, Mr. President, the real GDP growth strengthened with a provisional 6.1% year-on-year growth in the first 3 quarters of 2025, driven mainly by service and agriculture. Non-oil GDP growth was even higher at 7.5% in the first 3 quarters of 2025, compared to 5.8% in the same period of 2024. Inflation has fallen from 13 consecutive months, declining sharply by 20 percentage points from 23.8% at the end of December 2024 to 3.8% at the end of January 2026. Interest rates have fallen sharply, with 91 days Treasury bills rate dropping from 27.7 at the end of 2024 to 6.4 in February 2026, lowering government borrowing costs and freeing up capital for the private sector. The average commercial bank lending rate fell sharply from 30.25 in 2024 to 20.45 in 2025. with inflation currently at 3.8%, the downward trend is expected to continue. Your Excellency, yesterday someone informed me that a business person informed me that he's able to borrow now from bank at 13%, GRL -2. The cedi appreciated against the US dollar by 40.7%, 30.9% against the British pound, 24% against the euro by end 2025. Our external position has strengthened with a current account surplus of 9.1 billion by end December 2025, up from 1.5 billion in 2024. And the difference is staggering, from 1.5 to 9.1 billion. Gross international reserve has reached 13.8 billion, enough to cover 5.7 months of import cover. The primary balance on commitment basis improved significantly to a surplus of 2.6% of GDP, exceeding our target of 1.5%. Public debt has reduced significantly by 82.1 billion cedis from 726.7 billion, representing 61.8% of GDP in December 2024, to 641 billion, representing 45.3% of GDP in December 2025. The macroeconomic turnaround is broad-based and comprehensive. All sectors of the Ghanaian economy have witnessed some remarkable improvement. Most importantly, the size of Ghana's economy has crossed the $100 billion United States dollar landmark threshold. Excellency. Mr. President, you inherited an economy that was valued less than $80 billion. But most importantly today, the size of Ghana's economy has crossed the $100 billion United States dollar landmark threshold. The size of Ghana's economy is projected to reach $140 billion United States dollars by end 2025, making it the 7th largest economy in Africa in 2025. The private sector can leverage on this expansion to support the economic transformation agenda of President Mahama. President Mahama's administration remains committed to sustaining these gains to create jobs and to set the economy on a path of strong growth and economic transformation. Your Excellency, the private sector is the biggest beneficiary of the economic reset under your administration. I want to use this opportunity to also urge the private sector that it's time to give something back to the Ghanaian citizen. Please reduce your prices to reflect the reality. And let us together make our country great and strong. Thank you very much.
Kasiel Ato Forsen, the finance minister, and I would say Wakasa. Private sector industry players in Shemua, Womani Mampeni, John Dramani Mahama, Ekoshem, Wakasa Nana who say, Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, one Wankasatiwo, now were born in some Womudin Komofa, Ghana economy no, Panya, Womubeto economy no, any city net here, into Ghana car net daho. Over 726 billion Ghana cedis, no, and a day the finance minister essay Eswati by 82.1 billion. Not just a woman making a improvement to honum. We are seeing now as a 2025, December 2025, no, not seeing no against the dollar by 40.7%. Not just sitting now what they know about 3 years per even pound no grano. Then also to me and young by 30.9%. And then also Jinan and Naswa, Etime Buase, Womino, economy new betime Jinan and Naso, Nabi Bibia Etimia Kama. We inflation, the year 2024, a year 2 abanwa. Now inflation, 23.8%. And that day, I mean, what they can say. Inflation, ababedu 3.8%. A swatiaba from ama Niemenina etimi aye stable. In all, no. And someone wamukol kaya no jumedi omukodi ni nyina no wo mo pachre ekwanya omu fa so de beto eye omanyi the year 2025 ye de to me san share NDC abanin sabio say woman ye no manage the affairs the economy of the country kwan yo mo fa so beto e ka twitwi dia na da ho medical catch say asa 2016 ana His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama was see from a few akonwa so na 2017 na Dankwa Akufo-Addo the former president of the republic na waba befa benya na abaye mampani no na Ghana public debt e ka na Ghana di nyina 120 billion Ghana cedis efiti Kwame Nkrumah mreso ebebe si John Dramani Mahama the first time 2016 I know see form no na wo mine ka wo di nyina 120 billion Ghana cedis amampanifo abedi ko nyina President Kufuor President Atamils JJ wo biara wo bia wo from Kwame Nkrumah mreso na wo mine ka 120 billion 8 years pe ana na Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ebetena benyam se omo ba bedi o man no wo mo nko abo obesia over 600 billion Ghana cedis yes eno ti na wo mo fi akonya so no na wo man ne ka wo de no over 726 billion Ghana cedis and the finance minister say omo be fa akonya no 1 year 1 month pepepe ni no se ka na da ho no eswate 82 billion Ghana cedis a wo mo guso a wo mo hwe se wo mu bedi sa jumei akoso na ma economy no afa ne ntema pabidi efra to the extent say sa hodin ya sidi ni nyaye ejina ne na so against the dollar against the pound against we no 2025 ebeye the best performing currency in the whole of Africa. Yes, the best performing currency in the whole of Africa. Ghana yen sidi no ahwode ebenya no ti woka se sia no de Ghana enema eguso a aye kama wo mo bom homodin say going forward no ebeguso aye kama no Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen an wode sensem we nyina etimi etodwa ye to adwumadi no so ade amamo na bi se ne awiai mi monologue no sade da wo ye no victory garlic mixture address sayare aduru a wo no mo a wani betimi age na ma wabrabo akototin di amount victory garlic mixture eya no akope bi na afi wato no wanom na wani etimi age no wanya hoden di abobra no ye kwa na mi monologue no so a enensem a me ba be ka no ma me yi mi glasses no to ansa na afi His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama and this government wo mu hunu se enibire wo ho ye ba beto aba 2024 Omampani John Dramani Mahama and this impenifo bebria na wo mu wo ho abiribia wo mu be hia Ghana fo no asemu a na edama no ene se MPP fo awia wo man no abiribia wo mampani ana communicators of the National Democratic Congress wo mu be hia Ghana for womu kwa constituency by constituency, region by region. Na womu ni Ghana for di nkomo no. Asemu ane da Omampani John Dramani Mahama no. Asemu ane da NDC mpenifu ano muso mu campaign ni se MPP na eti abemu 2024 asa na omu befri abemu no. Woma wia woman no. Woma for mine sika. Until last year and His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama be your mampani bio. We share the actions of the Attorney General Dr. Dominic Akutiringa Ayene any other security agencies. Adebati ni akwati gift your mensa. A deputy boss and National Service Authority. Ni achi osesi benchi penipa no da National Service Authority ano na Dr. Dominic Ayina beka kire say osesi benchi afesika 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. Eye gift award mensa wa fesika ewo NSA ade allowance say what say anko de ma service personnel allowance e betua ma omo no wo fosa allowance na no de akoye collateral wo bank no wa jisika no wasia fesika ni bi ni wadi ono age scholarship ma no ho a no wage bia ma ne kunu na wo ma tu kwan na wo de scholarship ne ye de omo be ye Wuko the National Food and Buffer Stock Company NAFCO Abdul Wahab Hanan anene da no mwana mo bayi kire Ghana fo nyina se watofie wo chain homes watofie wo nkraya empatamu bebre ukotamale owofie ho emia yahudo nyina Abdul Wahab Hanan eti woni ne yire nyina yache wom yahwe kwabna adubu ahene yes kwabna adubu ahene wono so yache no Omampani, I am the grassroots president. Thank you, Obrempong. Way many abrepa because the grassroots no catching me no. And on na ene me for sakonya so na matuaba presidency. And sasami ene date 25th of February 2026. Yemo date in Fantuo. Omampani grassroots no they are disappointed. Grassroots no. She Ghana ha nyina ye was 16 regions. Omampani 2024 13 regions out of the 16 regions na to abadema any NDC for. Eti so who fought parliament NDC monya. Omampani who 2 million ababeka wonsa. You won over 1.7 million votes. Ana wudi ababetina benyem se mampani. Nia wu ye nyina Ghana fo ni so. Wo makwan dollar aba fom, fuel aba fom, enuane aba fom ama nipa nya bidie. Ekwan ya wo fa so through the various agencies, through the various sectors. Agric 24 your friend is saying and kokwan ketenkete adwumawura whatever so ufa youth employment agency Malik Basintali wa ekwanya mofa so a mofa community police community prisons community what create employment Ghana for any aso but and let me person me very emphatic e wa sema me bebeka no because I am comma echo down. Your Excellency, no kurano eye ba ko pe enne meka kire obiya ne nyina yetie. This your second term. What you need legacy term. Enti wo de reset ababeka ho no. Se ebeye successful Ade se wobra wo si fom se mampani no wo di 2 minutes se NDC president nsa se wo second term wo legacy se ebeye akono se ebeye fa ade se wo si fom a wo ye handing over no a wo hwe NDC president NDC government ana wo di say 2 minutes so monsem that is the only time Ghana for Sampa, you have been very successful with your research agenda. Sir, se who free so na se 2 minutes I was a crocodile party be apart from your party, you have failed. No matter what you do, acquire obey factories obey CSC no dollar obey man from fuel that from team. If you are not able to hand over power to the next NDC government, you have failed, Your Excellency. And me baba chew adie bako a se ekopem se wo bedi wade awie na wo besi form se wo kono adie bako a wanya ebenya a huge negative impact ewo wa memuo no so me baba ka kire won ne mabo ne de tiri ato wo de wo ye nyina ye Ghana for fe wo for mine ba bia nipa dodo na e kasa no wo mehuru impact a wo ba ye wo ne wa ba na meki but asemba ko pa da bia wo mo ka kire me enem ayese me ka kire wo ne say they want accountability. Your Excellency, some message was straight to the Jubilee House. Ghana for some in country will say, Nia wo ye no mahunu. Name or reset agenda no I was say accountability and ho enipa ye chi from last year won to me kwabena dubu ahene ene wo mo mabobo so ni nyia no bape mo ne ayade na ekoso omampani aye amia professor amia kufi wo mo di $2 million $2 million say wo mo be sky train ade amagana fo nya bi atenam your excellency Ghana for some in country will say no matter near who be ye and your mom some penny. No matter big push program or whatever. Now we are quite who first sunyani a quiet course or doma a quiet course or pokwasi to sawam why you ya quino who fa a fee adenta echo dodo one in the bottom who ya quino Cape Coast winning back Cape Coast who ya quino who ya juma Yahuru Namum near woman see a young woman say the past MPP officials a woman free a baby woman say woman who say they have been very well accountable. I would do media woman dear. Nam one can sama bamba yeno. Mubaka chile woman Ghana for you say ampa Kuranua koso. Woman ya woman no eti mwachibi Ghana for some in country grassroots no the base woman some in country say woman who resource be free ora oppressing recover all loot wabrekwa wo ba bemu honorable Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa Martin Pebu ane ne mpanifo a na ka ho a wode sa dwumade ne hyɛ wo say woman nya hwehwɛmu na woman hwɛ sɛ why na afa aban ni bibia won fa no kwampa so ne yenge. Your Excellency, out of 36 cases honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa beka kire say Ghana se wo je sai sika no a obenya over $20 billion tape no ho ye betimi abosesi ano wahwe omabani 1 year apa ho yawura ada year mu ayeko and somebody nyina ye din Ghana for say asem ni menka nkyerɛw say woman who say all these people are mochi no mo hold you accountable say sikana na moji e o maja kwade na mo sizie na mo de o magu jail na ababaye asabi as a deterrent to other officials here. All run fairly accountability one man koso ewo wo bra wo president here it will have a negative impact in the 2028 elections against the NDC. Ghana for some in Kajro. So one moment who say MPP for Muhammad Daddy actually Ghana for nyina. Say woman we sika wo bra no mo som. Woman for mine sika di. Say one moment who so mu tiaka. No matter nia wo be yede amomo. No matter kwa ya obeguso. Fasika basi so mu bottom ni omanum. It will have a huge negative impact. And will end this so 2028 mark it anyway. Because me and Gasa and Obrempong, I will campaign against you. I will campaign. Grassroots president, make campaigning heavily against the party. Because do 2028 now you accountability from the past officials of the MPP. Woman we are mind Ghana no. Some of us will campaign heavily against you and your party. And Yebeka say, Munina Muye Bakwampa will say it as it is. The only thing grassroots nature and me namkwa so ba na papa bi hunu mi wakem. Oso Obrempong. Enti aban wo mu nti ambi di fo ni mum. the woman be your money, and someone your excellency wankasa wunim, and some Dr. Kasela to force him, and some Dr. Dominic Ayene onim, and someone Yoko for him. Munyina mo yawe ye wo krom one about me say one de $11.9 million akoye pa Olugu dam ni ye hunu sika na yira ewo he your excellency ewo he in almost $12 million ba me say wo de akoye pa Olugu dam sika no wo he ene ba me agusu nam ho was so a flag bearer at the MPP. Eti yamfani sia gongon $12 million. Asaba omiato. Yasa be China ba omiasa wono be se wo be mampani wo man Ghana mu ha. Your Excellency. Assembly said the meme ye grassroots president. Many grassroots ni nanam. Their pain is my pain. Their worry, I am a worry. And a free another craw, Yabeka and someone said, Ya tia pepe, yan you be free mo. And Makatuo, young boy needed infantuo. No matter, Your Excellency, we must know to Ghana Hakra, not the past officials of the MPP and yet accountable. Sika mo wiano, Mantinian J. Mantinian Jelibi. Na kwaye father for all or media mi wa humobro mi ti mo emre it will have a very huge negative impact our 2028 election so yade wudi ade ewie last year obaye omampani bi o what somehow can say you could see say this is the last time Ghanaians want to try democracy emre twatwo nie MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC. Sabre pe na woman de say 2 minutes ama because experience is the best teacher. Because I'm sure we experience what politics mu. Baby I will say the free here. Ba ya MP, ba ya minister, ba ya vice president, ba ya president. Aye, former president, as am ba ya president bi o. Your Excellency. Finakro, Yebeko so Kaio. Debia Yebeka was said. The past officials of the MPP. I was some of them. Sa nyen sa no one to me handing over power to the next NDC government. You are failed. Or set na nyejuma. And sebaya juma. My accountability in Koso. MPP former for my nisika. Bomode ti wo nyina. Muchi omna monye ye okromwa the former president Kufuor ejeli chachuchi kata omu jeli Victor Solomon wobirkura no omu yare enne ye wo MPP officials bebre wo omu nam gusu ji omani wobirkura omu di oman yabro Your Excellency mi di besi ya but a free na dey kro ejane baba saa. They must be held accountable. Ebusia Victory Garlic Mixture and a song masene wabrekwa na medini monologue eba na mri ababe somo nti yanko ni yankonko tie ana yankonko hwe ekwan ya Victory Garlic Mixture e fa so sayare yenhwe mra ne nto aso
enua Victory Garlic Mixture na wati ni dinatiatia ni se na edro ni tie na no pasem ne se edro wi adwuma ye titru pa ne se ebeboa ananna ne srade e wo ni padua ni muntin mu ama ohun atọ kura ye dika obabi wo ha okonfichiri a ema edro a wunya ye Victory Garlic Mixture ebi kura wo bekwa ewe wansa na ba ye Victory e na wunya Victory no ma na so biara ubenya ofichiri akwa empa ho kura eno de achi a obi wo ho ani ti ne tedwa no obi wo ho ye makakra bia no abre na na kuma bo ne periperi ni nyina ye moja entimi mfa akoma nu kwa adwin mu eno ne kofa sa ade ne ba odofo mesirawo so wo na wonsemu ta adwo e bia wonsa no sei ana wonamro mu na sifom no kra ebio ana ayatufo se de ade fom ato mpaboa mu a e Victory e na me kan fama wo onu Victory asa no ma ye bobosoro nyina no enejai the Ottawa na do a wentini na wo nya victory and from my Yankopon de amaye say ya humi wo de wo humi a na wo tie so o bra e ya victory and the betimi aboa ye wo bi also a wo ho ana ne ma hye no a obi a na ne ka obi a nya ne hwe obi also na kuma bɔ ne pere ni nyina mogya ne ntimi ne afusa ne ye wo ni pedua no e pro awunya ya victory garlic mixture de watwa bra ya dia ya na se kokodue ne nam no no ye ne basa e ya victory e na make am for wunya victory bi no a e be boa se doctor what to do so sani a ubeti na no victory na ka waduro won na ne se waduro no na aba no ma meet abiasa no anu we so na aba no ma no anu victory no so achi meet abiasa we ye ne sa bibia ba de kama ma se wona se tata we ye ja kwantuma mesraw edura make am for ma wa ye victory garlic mixture mesraw ni ka ne bia dance ya pese ye fa o ma dance na tie na se wo so koto a ubenya sa dance kro no a
ntumi mi pedra mi ntumi ni di mi yare so mene ko be 12 years ma mundu mojedru 5 minutes de kima tutu na se na meti TV ntumi na me hwene mu se mutun drobi esi victory heba victory garlic mixture ni todu sa wa modum asa modum eye papa ntumi ni ju ni dinsan ni didi afi minna masadi biya na fi insana fi minna ntumi di bi afi midima eduboni sa wi sem eno so ntumi di eno so bom sa afi de eno so bi minna ntumi di bi afi hu de minna no ti edo no kan o TV so a nan kutu bu ni minna do anapa eni ebiani ndom wande no si afi nyampara minna bibia ntumi di no si afi ato atamko ya black masa modro tie edoni na minshira no
ajime pa me problem ye menstrual pains nda ne kakra mu so timi me nya menses no boso mu ma me bre pa me brankasa me timi to tondro no me se man ti se yesi ye bidro ha na makoto pe bia me we timi fa ka ekọ obi kru so ekọ to bidro me timi no bi tese na victory ni in fact I don't know me die mu die me ko tobi me tie advert no TV so sada na me sorry me na me ko toye na da na me say ade yi to me padi mu no mo ja tropa yi to me padi mu ti me try to me phone so kura say ha adwene a nka me de betu aka ho na mo hye ti say so one way you call because maybe me ya won na me no duro bi te say if you said me yi sa mo ja tron to pardon me no say no duro e ma me hu sa e mo ja say like say quarter te say me na flow kama to victory tie mintimi enya nto ho te to de bia na mo ba so am mo so ba so na e don na me di ho dance e
obi si me de cholesterol esa de body and amba mi pedue ma be dia tenase wadro ye victory garlic mixture se we ya victory ni no ma cholesterol ni se ne ni e density bia no victory be ni nyina afi ni pedue no odo fo wo pedua to anama ni 024 25 45 633 024 25 45 633 and 020 129 3280 020 129 3280 Eya victory emkunimdie ne de bremu
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Politics, so live on TV SYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Minidi Enke Obrempong, the grassroots president to Kwapamai Kania. Metenasi say dia na ensem said yes ne fata na wonso betimi anya ho ntiase ane ye nyina ye keken adwena bom ne aye betimi ahwe live on Facebook at Power 979 FM and afi TV SYZ. Ne mum udu YouTube dia XYZ broadcasting. Now do I drink today at all? Ye beje bre ni yakenkan dia ma wo bre dwumadi egu so ekoso na bibibia etimi aye kama. Ma menkai wo say ensu a wo benom akọ nipaduam eyade ehu hia yie pa ti abre bia hwe ne hunu se ensu a wo nom no enuane nu ewo nsuo mu abeboa ma nipadua no etimi enya hoden na wo de akọ nyuma so de adi dwumadi bia odi no eno ehu behia wo yie pa na ensu ba kopẹ wo se enuane nu nyina a metimi akanfo de ama wo X natural mineral water nsu very clear a emuda ho uhwemu a chese kama abusia ankasa na wose nsu yi wo mu nyina wo mofa wo ye wedding wo ye party dwumadie bia wo pese wudi be ba chawo wo ba hie nsuo nko ade a X natural mineral water ana wose wo ma won setimi ka bie na wo be sampa wanu nsuo ni nsuo ya wanom no eda soro nkokra bo mo de na hye nso se wo kọ Melcom ana se wo kọ Minimart mo bia ebenwa won sabetimi akabi na wato na dwumadie bia wo pese wudi kodi no watimi de akodi na ayekama nemom se wo pendodo atu na wakwa akoton de abo modern friend number si ombeje so no mama obi ato akwa akoton 0596 273 546 0596 273 546 and 0596 273 547 0596 273 547 X natural mineral water or simply natural ni bibia natural ebusia Power Specialist Herbal Hospital for and then so mababedu womo ewonuo womo wa kwan a abrebia no womo ne wo bitimi din komo na wo so timi hunu sampa wo hia pomudin na pomudin beba nso de a age se Power Specialist Herbal Hospital womo nupa womo de abadwama so no ana betimi aboawo doc ababetena se mamema na kwa ba na nenso enu omo wo ne sempa betimi aboa me no mienu nyina pombo no wontimi fen dum yen doc akwaba
ye nua me nua
na bibia bokode
yakopa adom boko
wo efe watade ye me fe pa me prom design ni doc nenso enu no ben ane wo ho etiefo ne ahwefo nyina aye krado wo mutio wo mo san ahwe yenko
medase abusia yemo akwaba power tambre eni Power Specialist Herbal Hospital yadin chefri ya Dr. Penya oda hospital na doctor akosia adu ayaho de mo bibra bibia ojebre na ohwe power time de bia nsema ka nyina ne sa dance die papa enkrofo di fa power ho TV so radio so internet ene emia hodo no wonso be ka dance di fo no bi Power Specialist Herbal Hospital dodona friend and last stop yo kumase won cry ena ye water cry de kumase ofi ase ye ni Jasper Flint Station di nhwe ne mo wo aputo ja contract kwan so Lake Road ena ye wo akra wo kwabenya ACP kwan so ne block factory no edi nhwe ne na feta krade wo Anaji Estate Customs Road ye ne single washing bay ni so di nhwe ne mo ye numbers miensa wo de afamu bia ne frɛ wo fra branch na eben ono ne ama direction aba ho na wa beje wa yaresa numbers ne 0555 79 78 78 0200 38 38 31 and 0244 54 44 22 Monday to Saturdays and your day juma Sunday penny da enya juma even holidays ye juma our your branches ni mutiba bia obia ene ya de bia tete obia no Fabra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Kumase and Crime na fe ayeta kwa do ba lab papa bi a wo hia sɛ ma ye no ba ye ye de emfide hwehwe mu so hia sɛ ma ye scan wo hia sɛ ma ye x-ray bibi bere asase ma wo ye ni hu de kwaso ni pedum ne be ye ansa ne de drug count power nyame adom ye ntomfom yade umfa yade ma ensan fa nko de biara eda ba bia obi a wodo yade bia chinchini a babam kurabu eye so yade we de no na duko wo mu a Mr. Tumika Bra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Kumase and Crime na fi takrade senen de kan a wohwe power time what test hepatitis B positive tieni ye yade we yade ba ko bodini pe edi ba ko pe ebo obi adwene mu Power Specialist Herbal Hospital baby a wokwa benya yaresa Power Specialist Herbal Hospital enti se what test hepatitis B positive for Mr. enkotena baby mi enkasa yesoso amaw ye manager madabi hepatitis B enye yade a yesoso Power Specialist Herbal Hospital any hospital bakupa ye wadansidie yaji awoda hodo Ghana ne amono ne kyeresa ampa hepatitis B yade no yetimi to asefri mojan mutie ne ye pa se obi so manager ma wasomirikam dwane ansa na Oliver na sha sese say ye ukunu say ye oba say ye oyiri say ye unuabi so wa test hepatitis B positive next wa shedem na osu na odum se na wie ya no a Mr. Tumika Fanebra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Kumase and Crime anase eyeta kwa do bedura ebe ye profile na confirm sampa ya de no kura oka ho asam no ewo ho said ya woka no anase ni ho be liver function test be viral load count wan kaso bo hu na moadodo a ewo emoja no emu wonu madoni kakra be san ye bie be ho be so atia kodu na ama wani da so ahye nkwane se baabi a waba no the right place nyame ya atom na koye biem say target no detected da yamfa no saa ye be say profile na confirm sampa emu an ba kokwa ni mojam Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ya kasa ya sa hepatitis B ya de man ko negative a baabi a be kwa akoye lab bia no eye negative entimi so wo pa yaresa wo pesa hepatitis B mo na furu moja ne mu na adwuma wo pe no saka awari na nka akoye a ohun se obi ntomo cancer no esa koso dia so pesa otu kwane ye dia Mr. Bra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital hepatitis B ne master power nyamiadom wa ma doctor akoso adu ya hamanura ye de sayade we etu ase ye manage yan so hepatitis B baabi abenya yaresa baabi ko negative Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ye wo Kumasi ya won cry ena ye water kwa de Mr. Freyen 0555 79 78 78 0200 38 3831 and 0244 544422 yana otenka sa onfe ena onfe aya wo ya wo chika se mututu wo ya de kakra bi na wabre brebi afili se hit woni padua ni mu yana honam hyehye honam keka otimiti hu sa na honam nyina twetwa de dikitu bi de funu na ahye Mr. Hepatitis B ni signs and symptoms no ebi eno no emfa ndi agro eyade akunipa bebre Tumika Bra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ne benyu ayaresa efri yade we mu wako yes scan wako hospital yase o fatty liver yase o liver enlargement o liver cirrhosis chese obrabo no ayekese obrabo no srade ada ho ama woni nyina aye yellow wo Johnson ni tse Lipton na se Coke wo yefu na ayedenden sense se brabo na ho no bo akra be na scan ye so ascites yese ensuo etane afuru no mu Mr. Baby esesa wo kobja yaresa Power Specialist Herbal Hospital enu akiri ne mo wadro so nko a ye fe no adua ya liver care no adura ehili liver say fatty liver say liver enlargement say liver cirrhosis we dey ketu abo say funu na ayekutu wona wo sha say wonu adua ya liver care no ama mo yafunu nyina atwe fat ni nyina anane ama samre niema koyi edema wo mo mfia na yo mo ya dendenden na yo mo nia very yellow ni nyina no ekọ adua ya liver care liver droson kwa beboa na asa liver no ayade bia de na kidney stones and asa kidney cysts ama severe waist pain lower back usisechi ho wo ya ahihyew wona asa shase etatai emfa kidneys eni agro somrikam Bra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Kumase and Crime and afi ayeta krade wo ye bema kakra bi na Johnson de wo kwa ketewa bi na aba wa ya sitimiri seten se Johnson intime ma wo chima sa na Johnson aba no beba mu ya wo ya beba mu ahihyew wojo nso wi oten kasa jo nso ne bia kam wojo nso wi ni moja di akiri bro kwa de ba ni nyina ye moja nko a jo nso de wa ma ho kwan sa jo nso ne mra no say ye de na jo nso ne mai e betimi aye prostate e bia your blood that's a cystitis e bia your kidneys e betimi aye ureter na so urethra and now untreated infection gonorrhea na syphilis bia brebi atwam unya na fede susu so na ba somrekam nebra power specialist herbal hospital ye be your lab ye be your scan ye di mfibe hwomu ye be hwa ade potepe akoso de bia mka say yen treat just symptoms ye tackle the cause of symptoms no it is all the symptom bi aba niema e betem the same symptom no aba no ne aye lab ne ahwehwe the cause no ne atu ade no ase ama hotimi ato fire de nyina bra power specialist herbal hospital odi na eye osa na how akom do ayem yo ya de ne toy ma biam yo ya na obofro bi kra timi fesa osa eye kro wo chika senu tutu ahyehyewa ya wo ya funu ya na yakutu gastritis both and from be ejina wo ya funu no mo obuo no nyina yo ya de kopie wa chutanya heartburns wo de dia na aduane jajabo indigestion misro unsanu timi atitriti Tumrikabra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Yamau aye eduaya SK, that is stomach care. A crop be away of frunumu, say a jodina osa, say a peptic osa, winya eduaya SK nibia. About buana to Adiano say, Amanso so what me and your hoto. Kakrabina will boost so ye or ninano, a osa and signs and symptoms. It be anon, ebia than a typhoid. Typhoid, a dear about Quabetima Tito pa. Typhoid betama wabowa. Typhoid betama rashes agu. Yana why she yana waposu nyina ya omre na wonum ayo onwono. Typhoid betama severe constipation. Typhoid corona betama running stomach. Enti typhoid ya de ba ko a ense so didi agro na a sign 10 amwan betama bone sunu mutokro afi ko agya na so bo se moja e mu nyemo jana mu moja bia na ye koko usaba na sabo so asha sana no koko dro e bia na severe typhoid wudi agro betama your surgery unsuro ne betwa to aso typhoid ya de bone a ense so didi agro nyame adom ye wadru fa no color mixture betu typhoid na sen 10 ama ho ato na say malaria dia ye body taw dia ma na ye duaya malamis so what test positive plus bia da bia no wunya duaya malamis a ebeboa kakra bi na moja so ate ko hospital bia na moja ko kata so wuntumi na so tia na ete misro wunya duaya herbal tonic bomodin so ansebetimi akabi ya na obowa na wuya horo moja emu wo home esoro home ansiso wakoma ebokim problem bi a wo chest ho say your lungs say your heart say your DNA ekoso wo kro bo wa no yi ahoro a na emoja ewemu wo hia eduaya cough care herbal mixture your friend chest cough bibia a problem wo chest ho no wo nya bia bebo na atu ase ama ho ato ye wo jiri ka jiri ni dini na honam say me vitality mema ne nije ho pa no mudi adanse bema be wu ana ne risuro no jiri no bomodin so benya bi bema bia wa emre wo mpamo no be yintini mu nyina ama moja na timya ko jira ntini no mu na bema na timya ire nchenti sa bema na bibia ko ye di amawo na se onya dua ya eye herbal mixture immune system booster ni bi de ka ho dia just be bia wu di amawo e be bodjuma gidigidi pa bomodin hwe ndo nyina bia kira kwan herbal shop bia no okwa abenya bia ohonom ato uye fitani uye adwumaden wakwa adwuma ba waposo nyina yo ya wabre pe wo mo tabi dware nenya eduaya ointment mi fatwitwu ba bia to ho abeda se tim ade be chena ho den wetimi ko adwuma so ya de bia teto ya ntimi aka ho asam no kompo na show munum go time fast kanka be mo do be na nyina awarefo amopa wo betimi free be man betimi free oba no se motena for 12 months na wo no ma ya eye problem bia beba no low sperm count mema pi boye semen analysis no na sperm ba hokra na woni bi bia oba no fibroid or ovarian cyst sapingitis ni tubes no aye inflamed ni nyina no ba behwe ni ya hwe ba bia problem no woni solve ama power baby se anya no Ghana no mo nso bi asom so ya de be na ha ya sciatica to ase atwetwo dendendene ya na unipadua nyina wa titiriti wa dududu bra ba ya massage ama tinimo bie blood circulation be take place ama so sweat me aye okay bone fracture don perimo bu pain your bone specialist be kan se na da cheno emfa ha obi amro kotodwa ho na ho no yesi nsuo ginam na wakotwe na asan ho no e ba be chekire ama 2-3 times both controlling nyina atwen ama watimi ko wadwuma so mesro ya de bia ha obia say pampan bone na wo wanum halitosis bad breath ya rebone so nko oba e be hwe de ba e bia ya diabetic ba wonim ebi a wo de no ti obi de wo no hunum sinusitis ebi a wo minimum no kro no ewo eye tonsillitis ebi a wo senam no gam no kro no wo ebi kwa wo severe liver problem ena eboba osro oba ebe ye o lab ebe ye o scan video be hwemu ne hu ade poti ade sa symptoms no ade abro me se ba bia obi a ye wo kumase ye won cry ena ye water cry de kumase wo fe yase ye ne Jasbo Filling Station di nhwanimu wo aputu oja contrast kwan no so Lake Road ena ye wo akra wo kwa benya ACP kwan so ne bro factory no edi nhwanimu na fe takrade wo Anaje Estate Customs Road ye ne single washing bay no enso di nhwanimu numbers no ayamiensa Freyen 0555 79 78 78 0200 38 38 31 and 0244 54 44 22 Monday to Saturdays and the day my Edward say baby algebra na ohwe power time nyame ya aduma da sene sabre yanso ye de apomde hon samono ebebro
power specialist hospital for ana wote wo monka no apomde hon sem endura hodo a wo mo ene kwan ya wo mo fa so etu yare ase ana wo mo bo modern na wo de be so no doc ye da ase se ne nso waba wo kire Ghana for se wo mo betimi anya nkwan wo benya hoden so mo ba aye power specialist by hospital we say hi TVSYZ we are also live on Power 97.9 FM inside politics jumedie ana eguso ayede so mo no sabe de mpanifo a enedai wo mo ba be kan se ofidue mu na nkoma hodo a aka nyina no yetimi di asom no wo nyina ba na ma ye ready na fe yetimi edi asom nemum ye beda no ye ho aba ye nya ba pe wo mbetena ase na jumedie aka nyina ye di asom twa men ko be ye be sia.
Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to a butler who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have visited.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Na ebe na ya obeya oda former son ye funu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also ya reya titi be benfie pi na so ne yemu nyono da se me cho no ahodo amato a me hunu hwea ebe ya nwanwa.
Menye ni se what also tamfo Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture ya no mbom kutia also no bia ma no anum anka no ho to no dadaada also dro de eno any Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture
ankom ni nchiremu
also ye kura eto ye funu ene ensunu mu etima wo ye funu ekekawa wo je ho a enyi also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye also there compare Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture nanum bom na ho abeto
predidure to a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Approve about Tanya Wama on Mofronofo and then the flower winning Fedum Yeno and Kahu Hexa capsules and in a mixture
also time for FDA Aje Edwadi Kratui Atom.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your world's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off Densawan Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 Ga West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Obrempong eye adwumada. Eboa eyam aduane. Eboa eyi nsa free ni peduani. Na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yi. Nanso, woni say niema a yedi na yenom. Timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote.
Mehunda. Mebrebo ye adwuma pa. Ebia se 722 ye bibi boa mebrebo.
Ani, and nothing about the left feet from the Moses Clinic, we have also about herbal food supplements. We see the barber, ama a ye juma ye.
Ah, eh, juma.
Fatopa yenu, anopani and you may. Na a guama berbo ye juma ye, send a beya, and bits yam a jania woody, and sissing pejanimo, a new moving singing.
And no, I'm a verbo here.
Obenya Left Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, no supermarkets are able. So open to doors way to up. Fresh 7244 068447. Left Kid, one with bread war, one with Nipedia. A do ye any marking for a ma emma or man for, make them before our 1 year in few doing. FBI GBD Cratui Atum.
Safi and I do a feeding out to our TVSYZ. We are also live on Power 97.9 FM. Inside Politics, Jumedi, and as I bring you go so I hear some more. We're TV, so we're radio, so we're Facebook at Power 979 FM, TVSYZ, YouTube, XYZ Broadcasting. Now, if you wait to me, the one, I can Jumedi, who now do again Traba. Yes, you better brain na fe. I can kind of amount. Me and me do Jumedi in which I mean, and me do Eddie and Obrempong, the grassroots president, and then me tell you say mo Eddie the capacity man Mugabe Mase. But say you to Jumedi in so Eddie amount ewaha. Now before I bet to Jumedi in so no, my main car said the National Petroleum Authority. Womo Eddie in Sembia Babetuja. Womo body ukesibi. Or see the stay back, stay safe campaign. The stay back, stay safe campaign. Now, say about in Sawamu Kwaimu, baby. Na petrol tanker. Ako Daniel. Na Shiegu. Na Ghana Fobi. Poor to say, Wamu Kwako so fuel. Eddie free tanker, ya. Above for me. I'm a jack to move my big crash, Wamunkwa. Any idea? Into the National Petroleum Authority for bokoko di akyerɛ mamufoɔ nyinaa sɛ mu hunu sɛ petrol tanker fuel tanker adane na ahwe wa be ba kyɛw menkɔ hɔ membɛn no memma fuel 1 gallon bi anakufoɔ gallon yellow ya ubenya no emetwa wo nkwa so ma no ma wo mebubu mu dem na no so mɛyɛ ade so amfɛ ma wo ne wabusuafoɔ nyinaa enti bɔmɔden sɛ hu sɛ petrol tanker ya obia mfiri hɔ koraa obia nkɔ n'akyi menkofa gallon menkofa pan bia se wo de kwa kokosobi na mo be free trained professionals such as the Ghana National Fire Service and say Ghana Police personnel say na si enti mo mra na mo meboa and now say the National Petroleum Authority for Nangasano, one number waha, me de babe to just see our befa. Now, who incident be sa, wo, when you trained, professional trained, we are betting at home, the batch of men can be. Ne janko to man show, and one kwanko, fuel 1 gallon tea. It's National Petroleum Authority for number, betting from also, what the qua tank and asher from, and I'm in a babe to guarantee fa, na fe yanko 030 255 0380 030 255 0380. Can never say one quick town a sumobo and ye petrol 1 gallon. Is a grab from? Is a petrol 1 gallon? 1 gallon is 45 cities. So baby, it's 45 cities in a boom. No way if you are bravo, and then the bit me a yo. Shannon so set petrol tanker and a 4 tanker eteshia won't come MPA4 and a boss akokui. Yes, and so yeah, MPA CEO new birthday. Yes, so happy birthday to you, Godwin Eduji Tamaklo, Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority. Papa me penase mo pa Nyankopon ni mrenu no kreni de wa kwan ofaso na waka ne nsem fa kwan ofaso di ne dwuma fa se mranim ni se chese Nyankopon hwa na onye okese Godwin Eduji Tamaklo, happy birthday to you. Nyankopon wonye wakoma so ade ma wo na nimdie bia wode bedum waka ho a ebema MP afa ne ntima pa bedi afra na so mfa so kese no aso oman Ghana so nyina wonfa enhira. God bless you and make you great. I say you told me no so e wa hanom a na me kai we say Divine Hope Herbal Center wo mu no mu de otwea herbal powder aba otwea nso bi apira na ase ne hodwo so otwea we de ayedro na ne dwumadi edi na ebi ne say wo West Spain wo ye oba na ase bema ana wo de ne ye koko pulse afifiri wo yefa me pa chawo sexual weakness na tete wo low libido, stroke, ulcer, menstrual disorder ya de wa mabobo so yina se won setimi ka otwea herbal powder na wo pe warm water wo tip pack ne back one a no wahwe gum ai se wo so a wo kan nu mu na no wahwe ne nyina gu wanum once sa yare wa mabobo so yina eboa etu ase kra ma ho timi to na fe watimi anya homka e de abobra no ama wani atimi agiye kai na hye nso sa no pa awie anwumre ahomache o adure wadi de awie nkwade a wutimi no ubenya bi Ogapsin Pharmacy enu okofodia Cap Herbal Osunyane House of Drugs Ashiman afe boachi ansa e Cape Coast na na boachi Herbal Tema ana afe PK Gombila eno so ewo Tamale onsabetimi aka eye otwea herbal ebi afe eye herbal shops any pharmacy shops e twa ho no wo mu nyina bebre etombi pa se wo ko ho a wo beje so na afe wo mama obi ato na wanonom bema ebesiesie owie pa Francis edi hu adanse da amamate Francis camera wo fia o so otwea wanom yie pa na aboanom abisa braso penifo a ene ye ne ombedi dwa wo mama ba ye ne ombedi sa adwumadi hu komo wo mama ba betenase ti yanko na afe mi fo mu nyina me ndo madi na komo ahodo ene wo ho no ye nsase e mobro so Renel de la Guda NDC Aboso World Chairman Prisia Hunivali meba na aka mokwa nye mo meba se bia kama afei Listoro Nana Kusi Poku ono executive director edema Good Governance Advocacy Group Ghana GAG ono so aba dodo na friend ne Poku anase okumkom Renel akwaba bibi abokode e de nyankopon ase mo kwan na akosi sen Prisia big push ni bi anka mo
big push ni de anka ya na yeti e bompa ese ya de backup big push no
mugu so fa
mo de ama contract
mugu so fa bush wa take forest wa
da bi
ana call Prisia from Bogoso
from Bogoso no kwan na ya
I keep down microphone na kakra mo
Bogoso kwan na ya fa so na ya fa so ko
efa bush wa
MC na MP oma Philip Potro because a big potros in oma Philip kakrama sisia yes in first no time I
it is a some football so betima go straight to Pristia wo breko amomfa take for so
I am far
galamsey wo ho no amana de danche no e da me fa ho me ho popo papa
awodua honum na wo
good ada na mo yes awodua
kwan
na mzi Pristia mo kwanya mo fa so de ko mo kuro mu no oh wait there monkey came
our horse for
monkey came now research ni big push no e bi meka mo sa anye sa Pristia ho baba e me den pa dan no nse me yam hyehyɛ me pa because forest na me nam no je say emura no kura kata so na ka ne nam usuom
nti o yam hyew
wade yesu se papa bo amina mi nu bogo so sesi a yo na Pristia NDC bibia boko apart from mokwanya ehun we no then e ko so Pristia
bibia boko yegusu a first of all my main chairman paying for
very well
honorable Robert Wisdom Kujo
okay
Pristia Univali MP
okay
and your friend saying constituency chairman Karim and MC Dr. Matthew Kofi Aye
okay
and after on so me papa ba ko pe your friend Ibrahim Mama ono didi ma o ma mbiba me
nice one
enti me chia no me bia me du bia me chia no
nice one
me dana se se o tuninsa de bia so me so
okay
enti me dana se pa
good Mate enti minko ayo mra na be ka Pristia wasem ne kakra wo de wie na epoku so mu
a so mu
yes na me epoku me ne won to kwa okay into the me wie ne mamba ho ye be kunu so TV so yanko
Pristia nyama lukodo honorable ni your friends MC makamu triaboma omo boy djuma wo Pristia Univali constituency ni mo ohwa de uba boss nawa CC abosu township go test the ama contractor very soon here ba start abosu township go test
okay
oko villages na wo around abosu CC ano meter na electricity the alcohol
okay
CC so far no money omo farm your friends say omo the high tension omo the coil but omo dropping ma
okay
na saying meter bama
so there are still communities around Pristia women light cry
yeah baby CC honorable Wisdom Kujo Gusu ya boy djuma say 4 years ibe twa no na che se ni nyina omo amaka ni nyina obi abenya light
okay
ya wo kro bebre omo nya da omo ya twin light de coil so na en drop nyina CC meter ba so far ya ba be che meter mo obia
okay
ya gusu a meter no omo starting po omo bobi o baby one after the other kakra uko bompia so yegusu ho uko ekrobiti say honorable nani kroma o C3 unit classroom ho baby bebre ye djuma
na say niam egusu ko what kind meter seminar na me akai the honorable minister for energy John Jinapo honorable John Jinapo or the directive via babetuga was say na say one we say for complaining say one more to light anahwim
yeah
to light be ye 300 Ghana na 3 days 4 days na ko aden on one so the magi ECG for mo makoma mra for mo na said the work and directive no mesra mo ni akire Ghana for bebre sun bebre complaining and the video be na me show Facebook the way na why guy no why aggressive no things in the last no dey atola adechinya na asa
mesro sa nyama we nyina one thing ade aye hu so the leadership no so far ya ba power no say the ni hwema ECG leadership e ho no muda so
one more no mo ho
da ngo ukota kwa penye e ho no na wo ho ukota kwa no na wo uko into something is going on masa na would you say e da ho kwa petensire nda ho kwa because I say you to na mo bimpemfo tumi to na mo ye wo your friend government institution be brave ho a for now up to now crofo mo danu na da ho da ye twa 1 year mo da ho da no anya say NDC ye ni omo kita your friend the masters na dia and dia ye wo
betimi occupy those positions
even Crampo within the you are set na ye lika na nkasa ye wo bi ho no is loyal to NDC Okay. Obetumi akita obeye lawyer ma NDC. And ye ja o mo wo dada no mo pese mo boy na bro. Okay, sad you say 200 mo o ma peyin o say 200 mo chief of staff o do 200. I
hope some penny for beti. Yeah, they betimi aka na betra na ya kan. Mama ma Mr. Nana Kusi Poku. You don't have friend in Poku. Executive Director at the Good Governance Advocacy Group Ghana. GAG. Wababa Tenasi. Okumkom. Nana Kwaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, boom to sing.
Who are me helpful?
Until the air name if ever. Then to Kwani Fuguna once and now then once.
And my Fugu in protest.
Of what?
May protest against John Mahama.
Ade, why are they? Oh, my day.
Edmund Yomoye.
Okay.
But Mr. Free baby, I mean,
and they very well.
I say, may the crata cause ye in Randia Bedi. Menti or Monka. Now, my same Yanani say, and you see, you need a dinner na me de. What's my say?
It's you.
Baby, I mean, you are the CA. And I am a target.
Sir, and Crawford go so to positions.
Sebi senka, ye ja obi ma ne tena baby a wote. Se wonye na adwuma. Enka sesi enka bo ahe edu na da so ye kokobod CEO. What ma say? On say o man pani o ka sembi new year yi. Meni na nya adwen.
Asembe no.
Say ye wo MPP aba MPP ye ni MPP gam any MPP Ghana. And you want NDC Ghana. Say NDC Ghana ni woman. Mene nya adwen. Ye twam ni MPP Ghana. MPP Ghana because MPP na na ebi ade. Enti emu boni e koso nyina ye ntimi fa meka NDC ho. Mene nya adwen. Say NDC bibi e koso bia ye NDC.
Yes.
Enti say bibi boni koso aye de be say NDC ye nka say MPP ne NDC for na akabu maye. Intime many of my penny yadrin say any MPP Ghana and MPP. He wants to preach a certain element of togetherness. But you say, oh yeah, should be a baby and run juma. Intino, you say peace and justice, no? One must come first. Wherever there is justice, there is peace. You can't find peace before justice. There be. My justice in near me. No be who say, oh, there is a justice system that we all look up to. Say, bibi boni bi kosukra wo manu a. Obi abeti ya to say there will be a just system a. Ebe ma nyina ya ye hwe. I'll use the cocoa board example.
Okay.
When we call hono. Momo no mo ye adwuma nyina ya MPP for.
Cocoa board.
Yes, and ntina msi nyina di no. Because senka MPP there ya mo nya adwuma dia, then there is no need having Randiabe there. There is no need. Omo ma say ade no and na ogusu ni omo ye adwuma nti, how do you expect any change? Ebio uba ya omo ye bone no, why na odi na ko say ubeka che say odi ya omo koyoko oboa enye no pre.
Onu aba we ka say wo makomo
ye odi omo koyoko omo ya auditing away 1 year ni away no kra no senk why auditing ake ye no kra no co finance cocoa board finance omo nyina am say apart from 1 or 2 persons be omo ya MPP for enu nti na bo an ye duba a ono nya adwuma cocoa board da sense Randiabe ni secretary oni ne ye adwuma bo an ye du secretary a no ne ye adwuma e no da so ne ye adwuma ada na John Mahama on fa Akufo the secretary ni adwuma adwuma ne wo foma body ni bebre se John Mahama say ye ni MPP Ghana ye ni NDC Ghana ye ni CPP Ghana ye ni obi a on ko fa Akufo the driver man drive no on ko fa Akufo the driver no on drive no eno dey ye na wa NDC Ghana no kwa mu mi enka because MPP won fa ho nche da e dey no wa fa nya John Mahama o Ghana to the extent say yes John Mahama airbus nti yɛmfa dɔ mama nkɔnkɔ sɛn edua so nema na yɛ sɛn edua no yɛnku no airbus a wɔnni ho hwee deɛ ne yɛnka fa dɔ mama ho wɔ Ghana ha ɛti woyɛ politics a ɛnyɛ nyamesom ɛnyɛ kristosom ɛne yɛba bɛyɛ wɔ ha na ɔba bɛgyina bɛ preacher to me sɛ yɛwɔ obi a ɔno enemies of the state wɔ nom wobɛka kyerɛ m sɛ meme ne ɔmo ɛnto kɛsɛ ne ɔmo mu kɔ ɔman no yɛ anka baabi ɔmo de ɔman no duiɛ no na nka woba yɛ nka wotoa so anka baabi anka yɛduru nkɛnyɛ ɛni anini ɔmo yɛ ɔman no atamfo biribi a ɛkɔ so ɔhu ɔmo adane anoma kokone ɔmo akɔ atifi akɔ ho nsuo no na ɔmo aba anafoɔ saa bɛbisa ɔhu miracle aboagye ne nam ewura mu na mo NDC foɔ yɛtumfoɔ mo ntie mo so dendenden te sɛ prego mo so den ɔmo so dene mo nkɔ na mo ni nyame so mpa John Mahama ɔno nkɔ na yɛ kristoni ɔnim bɔne ɔmpɛ bɔne ɔne yɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛbɔ ne din wɔ bɔne bia mu na bɛdɛ na ɔman no akɔ so sɛ woyɛ judge ne yɛde wodi ne bɛto w'anim sɛ obi adi awu na woka sɛ me de me nyame som timi mfa ne nkɔ afiase magya wodi ne si wɔnkɔ no na wiase a ɔbɛsa akɔko bi a na yɛsa de na ba w'ani eti I'm in protest deɛ kɔ so no yɛ tan nso kokoko board obi na obetumi aka kyerɛ me sɛ Ghana hanom ɛnyɛ no korɛ sɛ institution deɛ yɛ NDC for caucus ɛne yɛ MPP for caucus MPP for ne deɛ ɔmo ba na ɔmo yɛ NDC for ne nyinaa di na ɔmo ne ɔmo nkɔ fa yɛ adwuma na ɔmo dia nkɔ ba ya wo deɛ ɔsi daabi ɔmo yɛ Ghana for wɔn ne ka kyerɛ sɛ NDC for deɛ ɔmo yɛ Burkina base eti ɛnyɛ suba papa. And I'm calling on all NDC for who protesting against it. It's wrong. And yet the papa said, "What about Bemu? No one by Woho. No one does so ya kwa. I want woman. No more happy before the woman almost remo. I am wrong. And yes, I'm catch your mama say, Uncle Faku for the driver, money me driver no. Uncle Fa a coup for the secretary. Or Pagana or President Kabum, a coup for the secretary, no the secretary. Only the chief of staff Eddie. Wọ́n kọ́ fẹ́ kú for the chief of staff mẹ́rin chief of staff fèmọ́ pariwo fie wàgó kúrò àwọn wúù pii ní ẹni Julius nǹkan tẹ̀lé fie. Ẹ̀yẹ wrong so whatever has happened at the presidency must replicate down there. Mo ní ọmọ yìí lẹ́ẹ̀dì are there more human beings than the NDC for nana? Yẹ mo so sọ́nsàn fún so kàní ẹ̀yà ọmọ dundun mi ni. MPP for Nindianti amo estate so mo ka se dum so astate aba omo kan no omo launch ba omia eko Thanksgiving omo de bonu nyina omo de bonu akwaya ne tin ya se de ya saso ketei na pampa so apa kwakodu na hai the friend say zafino pania Nicolas Omania champion or the bonu se dum so aba because omo ni so omo MPP for omo ECG a omo be dum kania no. That's it. Ada na mukwa na muni na mesom ada na muteti ama force na fe na don't na private no issue statement for what muni kwofo na di muni omo na ekoba muni omo enye sa mo sabotage mama mu baba amane afa na radio na ma o yi na ne ho ano o cheche mu we kire ma kire hwan wo ba anya ono mo na ya adwuma. Apart from Kofoya, wo susu say wo mo ye MP for no mo. Me ma example too. Obi a wo say sa cocoa board ya mo cocoa rehabilitation 350 million. Omo sa ko parliament akodi 700 million. Enya sa no na ma work. Company na omo ma na sa contract na went ni anya no. Wo ba enya sa company na no World Bank 100 million na ma no. So on sa anye. Okay. Na wo be ka che na yeden. Omo ye omo enemies. NDC is their own enemies. Until they should stop complaining and just say any time. You know the problem. Why would you solve it? Penny no call in the office, no. John Mahama call in the office, no. All call in the driver call. Were you the chief of staff? Were you the secretary? Yeah. Yeah. Were you in the call for no more Juma? I don't know now. You're penny, no. I would the execution and Antiano. Were you in call for D? No one find people from Cotton. No. Adie wo call wo appoint we say kokotra board wo no MPP for na ye adwuma wabɛ ndc kɔkɔ so hɔ adan tina mo yɛ saa ecg saa
same thing
ecg baabi a bɛkɔ bia saa na eti abi before dem yɛ nipa kyɛn ndc fo eti akyina wo bia no asa kɔ gyina sɛ ndc ni nsa bɛdi wakyi na mo kɔyɛ campaign na ɔbaa deɛ na obɛdi
nti saa credit yɛ nkurɔfoɔ tɔ anaa yɛkɔ so ne ade nyina ni
ɛyɛ sabotage ɔmo asɛda npp foɔ no ɔmo pa aban wɔ adi mbɔne because ɔmo ahu sɛ aban no atumi atena for 1 year without a scandal ɛna ɔmo asɛda bɔ ɔmo tirim pɔ sɛ nkurɔfoɔ mu yɛngu ɔmo anim ase hwɛ Dumso and Ajo Mahama was an orchestrated thing. Sure. Yeah. It was a sabotage, a political sabotage. It is what they announced. Say Dumso is over. No, Masa Kwa, Musem, when you remember who for the next century. No, be what we catch a doctor for some uncle strike many pen, where nipa. What we catch a doctor, Sebo, a boy, say Munko strike many pen. Nipen, Mikokaya, made the doctor for the court. Okay. Not your mama, the president. 2015. Sir John Mikosia no Afrikiko. No one is same problem to meeting 3 days after and omoko strike and a minia ba a queer free Yankopo for the crazy or qua was why maybe. And I made one material omoko court and it's a doctor for court and strike beam. I could follow the essentially Munkona mi pen. When we are nipa only on Twitter say, or me a Ghana fronty, MPP and this your money and Yajma. Yeah, Quatraba, not than one cast MPP for Ghana, this phone, I painting them, when you are Quatraba, you need your Mahama. I don't know if this phone out of my campaign. I am wrong. They can't say to Mahama, say it is wrong. And now, Kwan, I'm some I am wrong. Sure. I was saying the part Uma. Ɛnyɛ sɛ wo tete nneɛma no na Nyankopɔn ba Yesu Kristo kora twe aba wa asɔre dem na wo yɛ hwan sɛ wo dɔmama wɔne Yesu ɔmo yɛ pɛ twe aba na bu nipa ebi ne sɛ MPP fo di bɔne a wagya ɔmo ha na ɔmo nenam hɔ a ɔmo sa de bɔne na ba soa wo no koko bɔde yɛ very typical example because they say wo na ma wo radio be na ma wo kekasa ɛna ɔmo disika obi adiska oda so ni na ho cocoa price we reduction we buy ya MPP for Dennis Miracle Aboaje ene Richard Ahiagbamu wo mo sase o mo kasa no ana me kai say 2024 Baumia encounter with the media no obi bi say no question yes
edifa ohawo a
ewo cocoa board
ama Baumia ka say oni no onyawe o ti bi kasa it's not a community. Some how we are na ebubo ba ni asase ate
ego kan ya gre yi na di
ngaba mi kan ya
oh fast
won ko kan yanti e na uska be na dey campaign usika ye ya so ya dia bro se fa ko campaign no o ko akwati e to say problem ho ko kan asmo ba ye mo hu na ebedu baby ni ebe catch Ghana for say munya tax tua because we have paid taxes that are in public some other private pockets no kwadi say scan from bebu man no yes ana na mo ya yi mu say mo ya my aban na enkonfo wi yesika amwo ya we John Mahama wa na meka nche say PDS obo ba ehwe akosi sen ya nte na gabi timiye program na aban we mu ni pa akwa program na se comfortably Gabi asarotre da kokrofo tutuboto mi balawo
so bo asino mi nana misero
ana na mentu bebo
misero
PDF enya o mafo sika people sika na ye twa ye na o mo fa na o mo che sika na o fo so no wante enya nyante Ghana na John Mahama na be ka che Ghana for say oba hwehwem na oba deal drastically with it one more money na Ghana ha ama enya o mo they have found their moral right they have moral right to discuss politics e Ghana politics Ghana ha ada na mama nipa
oya shenkrofo mu honestly
there is too much pain I'm telling you there is too much pain
nyanga say no ni
eti kwanya John Mahama be ye e na amafo dwene ho obi anim say John Mahama oye adwuma dada no obi anim say onim adwuma oh there are people who don't know who they are and it pains Yankopon this opportunity of John Mahama share the whole world so bisa. Do you know how Trump really understood God for the second chance? And yeah, easy. Say Yankopon ebe fa sa akonia sawe so ama wo bi a hwe de we na John Mahama di John Mahama no akwa te say at the time bi a eni kwan say obi ati biem enya hwe de nyame ayew wo go watamfo ani mu ase further push them down because Yankopon ba Yesu Kristo kro wo chiaba politics no and your strategy say a stratagem how to outwit your opponent, that is the key word. Stratagem and everything we are saying. How can MPP find their voices in this country? Say na ye kasa MPP need to be kabi. Akwonfo we mu timi bi o ma no kabi. I'm a boyefo with the form am boyefo ye kasa odwemu a mu timi bi o ma no kabi. All because father for all. How?
Please. Mesan about ho. Listen one na kusipoku no. Le utunze. Hit gina mu. Ono ampa nka obedu a Wednesday se de directive de ba say yen she fugu no. Obeba no bum ene o se de be oye protest because what the petition akoma mampani say yen pa mu Cocoa Board CEO Randy Abbey e say wokotena ho na adwuma o yen suani woni MPP fo bi a wo ka ho ma Cocoa Board asɛn woni o ma ne guso eye adwuma no ene nti ne wo ye protest de no nana mesan aba
wa ko office na bua he edu secretary a ono ne kon na krana wono na wo saye wo secretary
no we jano
information be no ofan kwa bontin we nya sabe ne wo
mantina na ye nkoso na afi ye nhwe ene nkomo no ho ne ni de la ye hwe nyame adomo a Friday 27th of this month na His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama eko machine jemina afi the State of the Nation address no wo de akwa tuja so far said your woman sifako say na uhunu no and what are some of your expectations nyame adma Friday a wo hwe say obeti free His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, me da say so far say ehwe amambo na President Libuna infrastructure na a friend then akwan na honkeka hode so far 1 year big push here nyame adaroma oba oda odwin fa ho ya odibai ehwe big push be mo si a yedi omodi ye kwan ubeda ubesore na ya gu gate no so it is because who call a friend there hwidiem hwidiem kwan for so many years kwan ya da hwa na sen omodi ma contractor endu nda himpo ya start say ye gu so into hwesania hwe a friend Kumasi highway ya hwediamo within a year hwediamo year. Now apart from that nipa na sitrim first no ebedum baby a ukoto nsuo we ewo your friend then store u bebe fie na obeda no hu be kasa akosu agikoto ba ko brem be call we see we mi ton mo 1 cedi as say 1 cedi 50 pesos but see for so far you buy 1 year ni nyama is stable since you ye buy na say no wo hin na wa ba be gina 1 cedi da ho gina ho no ma milk da ho gina baby e wo emu friend 50 kilo ke baby e ko dui yes na hwe baby asisi aba 5 kilo baby e ko du angwa na ye ton 1002 sisi angwa ba 500 into hwe na petrol sisi a petrol wa na uka sisi a 1 gallon ya 40 something 45 angwa petrol ko ya ko 120 gallon
90 to 100
na say petrol to 1 liter your friend say 23 cedis
yeah
into 5 times your friend
4.5
into usha then nam 100 plus so at yes
okay
into na say ni na petrol sisi a petrol abba form say petrol so na kita bibia mbesiafo be kwa kofa aduane kurase dia ba da veni ba tuni fu ani loro fem ani nyina ye petrol na so sisi ani nyina ye stable
okay
dollar bibia dollar kokodu ye koya to 17.85 na say obi aba within a year dollar ba to for to be ba 9.8 we are 10 sisi ani highest akwa 11 enya do 11 and asan so start say drop because when you in the form we den you bu mine no na ka di ba ko saa deɛ no na sisi a Ghana ni bia abranteɛ bia sorry campaign di ma John Ama no saa deɛ no na sisi
ɛne ɛde adeɛ no
ano ni prosecution deɛ ɔka kyerɛ yɛn no
okay
ɔka kyerɛ Ghana fo sɛ atembuo bɛyɛ adwuma na saa atembuo no yɛhui atembuo no yɛn start sɛ yɛde yɛn ani hu saa atembuo no yɛdi 1 year njai
na so omacheche ngrofo no bi ya che abu wahab
ya
che give to wari mensa
kusie ni tri na kasa wo ho na we gya na akɔkye ne bia ah kusie ni tri wo na wo si ni tri no mpɛ ni tri na akɔtwa ne bia small one na wo ho no mo akasifo no wo
kusie ni tri ani hwan
ah na onye bi na akɔda US ya
kanu frata
ah masa na ya Ghana ha obi ko your friend loan dia bre Ghana na your Bank of Ghana ho na wo dia akofa wo bank na wa je hu percentage da benda na sa di nesi o Ghana for Republic ya ba e bi esida NDC ya wa mba mu a atames na hona na NDC fu woni bank ni bia finance minister former finance minister your friend is saying ko bra na ni banka wo ti so ye sa de no no bia ye sa de no nyina ye janu motio uhwe de mosia chairman friend is saying chairman Kumasi chairman ni mos untumi wa say Ghana asase owie so tumi tina TV so yi nyama du chira dede owie ni nyina won nam ho kofu bebre ho a masa youth no what they are looking for and apart from that youth no yenhwe na because youth no was sorry DNA no was sorry masa uba rural areas na boys no was sorry DNA no yam pay dwuma papa bi ama mo mama ya uba ye dwuma ne se den so be lose grounds ubi bisa upa ye one way analysis yam bisa mo enya youth no afri ba kwa no na sa ko we ya no pe na we lose grounds enti say yan hwe na yan ye de mbrantie na nketesia no wo pa ye be lose ye be say ye be ye Ghana de Dubai so na ye lose grounds ye be sre the youth no pe no ye mom
any accountability prosecution
okay no na ye hwehwe and apart from that na ye changes ya che our sector government sector na ye hu there reshuffle ye see someone ye if say enyi nipa na dimpa oda also wa kra amandu de na akoto zabila
ahonsu obi no so no
ahonsu obi ni eyi krodo site ase nipa no ede no kwa na nkasa be ka cho de meja adwuma na nya wo na jai na wo na man jai site ase ye sanyama no na ye su ye nkrofo a wodi wo yi wo nanim a obi emu de sani pay or NGC ni because masa amofa dani laughing stock awo kromo
yeah true
many of the youth when we are university will devote oneself our kita one masters will devote oneself for DNH aye campaign sisi MPP funu mu na obi sa one there yeah nyina o party buy dey na we nya yes no
omo bisa no omo party MPP buy omo krade no munya
bebre o ho so ma min kan sam chro sisi MPP ni bi mpo o NDC abe no mpo no linya mfa so
ndie no kra
no linya mfa so o sanso di 3 NDC ni no it is a changes no ya koko board mpeifu one of the region mpeifu anu nyina odo sisa wonyina randi adda ho ada sa o man kana nka wo hu de odo o sor sisi anu maka wa kona so woni yesi aboa no onya o nka wa o finish nchira odi usa akoni nansi bonenu ma afi o maka o ukikem den na ye you as a CEO oti ho wo si secretary a obi use no akono ono na mene ne ye adwuma esi da benda for wakotena obeye Randy say ye ba me bomu be 1 month to say 2 months ni muna na ye boni.
He is the first appointee.
Yes. Not so what to know to now.
Okay, there are so body mama me ba sisia ye gura ma shebe dwem sisia e de aba. Debate bi e koso wo ho na the minority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin ewe economy ne ho ene nsema hodo nyina yenwura mu mrasima ye ba na afi yento adwumadi ne so fema
correlation and benefit to the ordinary people on the street of Accra. Mr. Speaker, the finance minister is here talking about inflation. What is inflation? When you go to the market and you cannot afford and you say inflation. Mr. Speaker, yes, you can, because the finance minister came here talking to us about some 15-month import cover. Mr. Speaker, we are not interested in his economic theories. Mr. Speaker, the finance minister must know that this house is not interested in his new theories. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana, and I start from the youth, you promised them 1 job, 3 shifts. I expect you as a finance minister to come to this house to address us on effort you are making. It's been 1 year. 1 year. Your own constituent, give us data. How many people you've employed? In Jomoro, in Ebaregira, in Efutu, the transport minister, the roads and highways minister, in his own constituency at Aklu. How many people have benefited from job creation policy? You come to this house, and you tell us 15-month import cover, and you come and spend a whole 1 hour when your people have no jobs. Mr. Speaker, even when you come to the recruitment, it's a complete scam. And I'll explain to you, the recruitment into police, immigration, prisons, you are now even telling the youth that they should go and buy forms. They should go behind computer and do aptitude tests. In this country, how many areas have internet? The youth are spending more. The youth who are already unemployed, they are borrowing to spend, to have access to computer. These are things that you have ignored. You've ignored. And you come and sit here and say, Mark, you buy electricity. Mr. Speaker, this morning, somebody told me that she used to buy 1,000 for a whole month. Today, even if you buy 2,000 for 1 week and soon, Mr. Speaker, let us be careful what we tell the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about electricity. Electricity. NDC came into office. When they came into office, the first thing they did was to increase electricity tariffs. Instead of pursuing reforms under their own research agenda, they increased electricity, totaling 30%. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the reality is that electricity tariffs have gone up by over 100% because, Mr. Speaker, the consumption, the people on the street in our constituencies, what they buy is unable to sustain them. And they know the numbers. They know how much they purchased in 2024. They know what they were buying in 2023 as compared to what they are buying now. Mr. Speaker, that is the reality. Next, Mr. Speaker, next is the cocoa. Mr. Speaker, our cocoa farmers have been a supporting pillar of our economy since the days of Gold Coast. Mr. Speaker, this government came into being and they have abandoned all the supporting pillars of the economy. Mr. Speaker, I don't need to be an economist to understand what leads to economic growth. My basic ideas as an entrepreneur are enough for me to know that when you create opportunities, the economy grows. Mr. Speaker, this government promised that upon assumption of office, a bag of cocoa will be increased to 6,000 Ghana cedi. The finance minister said so. The ranking on agri said so. Mr. Speaker, today, they rather have reduced the producer price. At the comfort of his office, he reduced the producer price. Cocoa farmers, wana how, onya wo how. Enya wasam. What's your office? Now what say so? What's the one more haircut? What is so? You sat in your office and reduced producer price of cocoa. 1,000 Ghana cedis is what you took away. Cocoa farmers cannot pay fees. They are borrowed from the cocoa crutches. They cannot take care of their health. Those matters do not concern you. Then you come and you say Ghana accelerated National Reserve. What we demand from you, Mr. Finance Minister, is to immediately restore the producer price of cocoa that you came to meet. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. That is the reality. That is the reality, Honorable Finance Minister. Mr. Speaker, again, instead of the Finance Minister introducing incentives to grow the economy, he is not. Mr. Speaker, what businesses need is rebates, tax breaks. What businesses need is a proper environment to grow their business. Mr. Speaker, the minister is not offering any of that. There are no incentives in the economy. No employment. No employment.
Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, Nefutu, ano ema se bedweni wonu ano sanye minority leader edema MPP amanyokono e ma se bedwem. Mi monologue time etwem. Kame bon semu ma no. Se de waka se wi na nka me fa makonya akokọ ametimi. Na nka me de ma ne se onfa ma ba omia, se wo ye mampani, wo meye ni ye niema waka ni nyina. 1 year. Me monologue etwem ntino. Yemfa audio ni si de yemfa audio ni si na fe minko nepokuo wonsem na wo ka no. Na fe wo de kakra ka ho. Alexander Afenyo Markin. Dr. Kasela to force ya chese se economy na sase fa ne ntoma pa bi fra bibia ye kama nyemeguso a eye stable de ba eno ho ensem na ekoso Alexander Afenyo Markin pa chese economy na ye yi anka nipa bebre na mo nya adwuma nya ye economy na ye yi anka ye honorable Agoja Gavins ni kuro mu kura no ede na watimi ayama yi china timi benefit eno no gina ma hye bedwa mu a wo toto mane epa chese na wo hwe koko new prices na aba no kura no a aba we atena ne dem ana wa ma haircut watete akuafo sika so 1,000 Ghana each at every one bag so for land na fe min kona na ye poko
me da se so wo hwe Afenyo de okike ya ye na ya ma no kwan mo okikasa ade no okikasa nsami because onu na bredo a anka yate koko so say no even price ye de amasisia no anka obe call lower than this because we are bredo mpona na ye to koko $12,000 no krampo o ye nden anu krampo no koko funa nanka wade etumi
12,000 per metric ton I think 2012 and 2024
yes, early 2024 Satam na osanka otumi mpoma koko one bag mpo otumi ton be 6,000 roughly we sisi koko ni krampo na be 6,000 mpo one to
okay
one to na sisi ya tikoko so from 12,000 ama ababe
4,200 egusu record down I think
egusu record down na wo nyonko atena ho a plan de da ma dia ba gina ho na edede academy semi say ye say ye politics ye politics di ye because we mu na won say she nenum nan so yansu ye tafeta fro ho na ye jemu nti tambia onya asem bia oba be gina ye de because energy sector asem bai obiani wona won hu bon say ye serious na say yes ye deal with Mbra Ghana energy sector asem krampo anka afen want to be sorry for parliament no nkasa no mbe de nti mesre o man penyu mama yesre musumano
okay
mesre no on bo modin no on start the promising yen no on sorry na youth no obiale hwe no the only way de on dey esrokon Ona me di kaka me bubo nyama wa ye na nkeka ho na
me ni nyama aka nyina.
Yes. Sisi atakwa de se nyame ya dom be 2027. Honum no se nyame de yen kwa che na ebe tu afri akra hade na se ese lokota kra de enam duwa road duwa de copy takra de sometime.
De la me da se. Me da se.
Ti ebesre one start to prosecution, one start na manfo onde dia wo ye no won ka wona anu.
Me da se de la. Me da se pa. We know de la Guda ono NDC aboso ward chairman Pristia Hunivali ana hotel in cancer or cancer sesiano mama nkai wo se wo pe baabi foforo akwakojojo ho woni abusua no woni wo yere woni wadanfo woni unia se mo pe baabi akwakojojo mo ho a bia ba kopa metimi akanfo dia ma pa Safari Valley Eco Resort woko ho a omo very nice environment, serene environment weather no very cool honum na ema wani timeje ewo ahomeji a opese wonkojim se wo fifie wo kope ba bia da na wajojo ho be ba Safari Valley Eco Resort wo pese wo ye wedding wo pese wo ye yie wo pese wo ye party say ye birthday party na party bia engagement ba wo kwa wo mu onhyehyɛ ho no so betimi agye so na afi wo mama baabi kama ma wadi sa adwumadi ni nyina ho kan na hyɛ nso say wo between ekugwa akuapem ne edukrom akuapem edan ho nom oduwa ɛho afa yie pa ɛho yɛ kama yie first day am we a onam dwensɛ no wabrochi ɛho yɛ kama pa enti wokɔ na se dwumadi bi apese okodi wo no se ope baabi nso ada se ne wo ye weekend get away bi na wanya nice place ada aduane pa nice environment omo man made lake a ni nyina de mu aboat nketo asisi so wo ne oyire ne nam betimi atena mu na mu pa che kama omo zoo harmless animals wo mu a wo ne namu na osuso bi mu na che se kama yie pa enti won ko Safari Valley Eco Resort a for ani kire ho na wani beje na de eho eye enkabo aba number betimi afre o mo so nie 0596 914 394 0596 914 394 0596 914 394 and I'll bet me visit your website www.safarivalleyresort.com safarivalleyresort.com now if you only medin kita ho bia wo hia anasa wo hwehwe na watimi akoho na the American nyina no wanka sa watimi di wani akwa hu mamenko list one na kusi poku ono ye executive director the Good Governance Advocacy Group Ghana GAG watenase na fe ye ne nto ankomodie no so meboku nyame yi adoma His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama Friday ya 27th wo kona State of the Nations wakwakobo oman hu bra wo man said the name sifa aircraft akane dia de akire wo man Ghana so far said the memo yakọ any your expectation on Friday the wo hwehwe se obesan ya tie free o mampani John Dramani Mahama enum ene de yin yedi kan se wo hwe nkwasoma ya komu fie nwotwe ya oba yi ene China for timi kodwa so Turkey for oko Vietnam for oko enyuma kura ye no Ghana ha ye ho ahen eyadimu sabi baby otumfo obo no le ho hia no owie ye no kura no wose economy se ne dollar ya ye ne ho keka ho nyina kamfua no owie ye wasati abedweku a omo be boa owura to force ne eye Dr. Siama Bank of Ghana say after so omo ye gold board a sami jemfi da no a atimi aboa so ye chi aye yensi achi ba ama yankwa hu hemu se nka koku asemi ba yi nka ehfa ne ye kwa ko piskef ni nyina achi no ati abedweku say omo san for omo nyansa ne omo nim de meboa na aban no na economy na ye kura ifi se aya waya ade no kura no onye ma ne nye na ye ho ha ye yie okay se na be ya sabi de ye funu dia na omen sanete na nipa so se odidi me wi na afei de aka ne dia aye se waku aboa no etwa ne tie de aka ya homa enti wahibi enti expectation is say baby economy na duro no de di kan yada nase
ba yɛ da ase a ebi nyɛ den emmerɛ biem ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛ Oliver Twist sɛbi yɛ asking for more no ɛyɛ because you feel say wayɛ bi pɛn na mpanimfoɔ si deɛ onim to ne yɛde ne gyina akyerɛmpɔn ano nti ɔnto aso na ɔnyɛma ne nyɛ krabɛhwɛ na ɛnɛ owura atofoɔ sɛ de economy ne ho hyehyɛeɛ ne nneɛma no bi akɔto mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ anim
yes
ebi na metee sɛ
Afenyo Markin
friend is
Alexander Afenyo Markin
Odiboyeni Afenyo keka ka bia obobobo ho sensem NDC omo enemies the NDC is their own enemies na emeya say adwuma de sabi sese abɛyɛ record ɛna sese yɛ mma ne yɛ nananom nyinaa fon nti sese obiara hu sɛ kwan wei ɛna aban wei de afa so ɛna kwan wei na aban a waba ɛso so de yɛfa so nti sabi ɛnyɛ obi na bɛsi turo dodo amatoa because obiara hu sɛ John Mahama aban wo de ne toto akufo ado adeɛ ho aban ne ho a sɛ wo didi John Mahama atem
asamom
oh yes it's an insult. It is said the Obusa say Mobutu ne Rawlings. Why na ye papa? What you say?
Okay.
So obi enim the Mobutu ye. And obi enim the Rawlings so
yeah.
Until the Rawlings go to Mobutu ho, na just say asa opeso didi Rawlings atem. Because Rawlings sebi when you train nipa na man we. What you say?
Yes.
Enti waye bi na yada se bi mra biem on the economy. Ebio aboso ba nso na meja eden epaye. Wo se na Ura Muhammad ma Ghana fo a omugbo twi di na chi no. The song that they couldn't sing say Rollins kokko ntino omo ntimi anfa ne kokko na and when they told them, say na Ghana for ya dwe say Yesu Kristo oye kokko. Tino no no Fred Rollins Junior Jesus.
Okay.
No no say do something before you die.
Now
what you say?
Yesu onye kokko.
Me pa cho e debatable. Me hwe me tuntum pa na say Yesu. Yankopon ba no na Yankopon na mu so obo me se ne se so a. Na wo wani kosu ana ehye mu no. Dey ni hu ade white ni hu ade ana say black ni hu ade
black ni hu ade
so to be kata white ni nyina na white black ni hu ade sa na ene mrofo ne tie bibini ne hu bibie wo wiase bia bibini ne hu bibini bibie wo wiase bia bibini na ye bruni ne de ye tie ne say obo bibini ne ho ban keke asa sa na wani kosu ya Nyankopon pese o che so wani kosu ya no
enti Yesu ye bibini
Yesu Nyankopon na mo ye bibini
Nyankopon na ga say
omo na eye deformity nti no me kokko
mati yankwa
na onu die ma Ghana fo botwi di John Mahama campaign chi enye so bo keke na ne ye bo MPP fo say omo ya amamboye fo ebi ni say omampani one minua eja kwabena and the interview be no Sani Kofi Adoma so ye interview
okay
so that time no na the traditional media no che say unim na ko interview omampani na asempa
Saturday former president
yes
yeah. Okay
na ade Nyankopon ebo ya ebu anipa na esa ha nipa refie Tia nananum tai kase atiye
ema refie
ema John Mahama masa asemi bi mana brabo mu da on kai se yede ye no eye ne ya eni man kofo ne de ye no ohini o sofo bia wotu ne fu se onya man nka bia no on penny man yi oye man boyeni so ye ohini oye man boyeni oye sofo oye man boyeni
obi a wo two president
and can you say ka Yesu me emphasis wo baby a Yesu twa ba no
okay
why plan the preaching forgiveness tell Yesu why the preaching forgiveness
eche yesu Ghana ye Nyankopon man enti on function adwunu say sofu bia ba nanim so ba be ka kire ni say fata wo mu a bisasa de na yesu afa nte wo mu a no mo botata wo ni papa sorry dem no dey ababo on fanye na quotation sofu bia ba wo be ka kire no let bygones be bygones no eye kasa eye amaboyefo na adwunu saa and I don't think John Mahama yamamboyeni far from that but edu baby the pain in some of us no say can entwie ni na ho den a kana nkwase ni nkuno abo na entwie akwasi apofo agye bonu bi o say abo ni di na chi na nkwase ni na chi jon wo di na chi jon ene mayanka entwie ho din ni am sabi o mane na ba ko so a na nkwase ni be kwakotna obetra takwako nkwako pisi amani won kan ha o mane na so won kan ha no o peja ne nan abo na nchie no towo na nkwase ni a na nkwase fuoyi na afa no gina ho a woke kan kwase asemi nkwase de o ma fo mumu ba discuss economy on my way because John Mahama is the most lenient president. And it has been his weakness. They have no moral right to discuss economy in this country. No one, not one. Sanya NDC me yo mwa bon samwa. Wo ye omo NDC for na ye omo ho a. Kan pipi ni nia no. So bie na no say Ghana ha ye ka economy asem o ka bi. Na mo hwe mamboe ni amokofa no ma ni bedi o ma ye ni fie nwotwe. Wo ba ne nsema no wo ka se me kwa akofa ba wo mia ono na se bi Nyankopon di wiase nyansa nyina ase ni tirim mi nyina ase ni tirim unqualified person of vice president presidential candidate party ne so dey ya wave bra because we need DMT afa obaya economy ni da baabi e no no so ti baabi amachi de denum da obechi dollar wo krom ha wo kan me nyina ete ya wodi kinima any 17 so the other winjire mu buy any 17 so buy ade 17 covid Russia Ukraine war ni nyina wose ka ho ana man ni ma ga unim say your baba be say I don't want to be infuriated. I will hold it. Na say ba omi anu no mu ne record ye ne da ommo na power ni ntie woni dem we are obrani to say power say match dey dey kan obo ani na yo da sada mi echi na bia ka echi na do so economy ntin ye ko fa ne bai shade track record and then people tini gina Ghana for anim e kan economy e kan mebule ni adwuma asem e wo Ghana ha when private sector mu guno ho ya na ni brebre akufo da busua ani brebre afo mugu private sector ma omo won human kesi a wo ya nyuma nyina afekwa da na muni mutimi the tax officers eko gina omo so mu mo mu nya adwuma npo na chese omo nya mfaso na mu nya bi esi o ma wo companies be na fold up ebi nu dwane kwotena Togo ekonya adwuma Shoprite mu na guye game ewai omo wie na omo do musika ko she mekom ti no pe entia mekonti omo ma kemira ye ngu no omo gu no Shoprite way ye ka economy asem a bank a government that was making other people's businesses run bankrupt UT Bank FOD up banks are who omo gu no ma we mu ama amount me nya getire ye ka economy asem omo timi gina omo na so parliament oni failure oni shame MPP ni oni shame osi NDC amako ko akua for haircut yo afenya market say the aba na yeka as President Mahama timi self spending adi na run the so to office self can I can want something was on my small them I say can I say 85 million Ghana cedis compared to 350 million compared to 100 million
and then say Minanieka. They are their own enemies. It's painful.
Now, me Adama, Friday, what are your expectations?
My expectation is say, on your reshuffle. And we are one. Kind state of the nation, we are on a reshuffle statement. Metabonting, bam. Also a reshuffle.
And a minimum more appointees, no, any money, a minimum medjuma.
This is fooling in an ample baby also account. Apart from
the brain medjuma. Ebe 2 or more kwem. Obi owa ofi se koko ye bofra na ye football derby. Derby. Oni medjuma. Ebio,
me too.
My expectation is say I will say aban e mani ye nse say if you no kro we appointi o we ye hwan o o phone call no so we ni time ade be fa call na pe obi ne fa phone ne ma no enu tina pesa ko for time me wo your first special aid
I agree you pa
because the whole case bien no nim se na chiachia phone call na bi ni mo fa no emwa because feedback is very key. Here on my penny yadi binance and then answer. But the TV one, TV na I'm sorry, say he's a different man. John Mama he's the only difference between MPP and NDC. Yes, he has shortcomings, he has shortfalls, he has his flaws, his own flaws. Well, you nipa. He say what John Mahama say private sector for me shiame. Now, but the yeah. Boshe anya boshe ne keke na feedback we here say my baby mine fie afi baako ene kakra the feedback ni saying send economy na ekoma mo the person mu tie mo ano only the first mampani a ana obi a wo pa mampani dia otumi ga e ba Ghana for anim say Ghana for me na me ba besom na pani okoni ni wafuo mu a ni wa na tell me say doha na doha enya pani ni na beka tell me say ni wa me kwamba go from na me kodoha the first person to me yes abia no anything you see I like him so much so that oya funso to me ha me papa because he's the only reason why MPP and NDC no no difference and it is what you seem to ba it me similar to the point say any question say John Mahama buy we can seem to bem because we bapping with the experience at hand, you know. Any question, and your man kitten. Sure. Everybody banana, any question, yeah, Uncle Sam. Sure. Share or two for Soya, only mammy, only papa, only Adam for. Send a baby, bet me a can of planning. It is an Indian plan, I am for so cover name straight. Sunday was a domama behave. Cabonianim. Don't let your appointees take you for granted. With the way I think say call accountability. Hopefully say I'm hurt. He's being too lenient. Yes, I'm really hurt. I thought he had changed. He has not changed. He is too much of a lenient figure. It's not helping him. It's not helping his government. He should crack the whip. There are so many square pegs in our house. So many of them. Mamu met left you know who send a reserve player Efini. There are so many brainy intellectuals are NDC wa MPP nibi. And you know, fill in the gaps. Na pokua yangu po fani currency. London, my friend, mind the gap because there are so many gaps that need filling. The gaps need filling.
Okay.
And you know, back to what I'm saying, you say, my expectation is say obey reshuffle. The to should be my expectation ba ko sa ne say obema sa grassroots for na omo abamu ebu no ebri abamu ebu because essentially be a day minka omo expectation about the Mahama government, you know, folly No, who say he has started well, he has done well, but they expect more of him. Because say mama by we no say fairly Ghana for democracy no good.
Onu aka. President akasaka.
Good.
Yeah, waka.
And you know any I will still re-emphasize that point. When you say oye lenient.
Ehunmo bro no edoso.
Say unu pesua on asema me kan no. Ebe ne den pa. Nanso so no minim say when you be a say or crack hwepa on hwenachi.
Okay.
On hwenachi.
At least
you must opa oye hwan. Opa. Oh, Julius Kazimbi. I say that will be the timer. Why do you also when the president Yadam for so or friend cry on fa. And our friend besa catch us kwa.
Go here.
Obekoni o letter da ho. Because of don my way. Makano baby, na message timi biem. Say to the extent that your man to me so my man penny. Na say me na pokumpo and I to me man penny man just one day. Atadwe mate denne. Me come kura me fancy
ka be ho bi.
O be me ho bi papa. Na o ko fie sa me sa me mampani dada. Afa na me ko he dan yakọ o ni papa. Aburo ni mitrim. Boni ni mitrim. Na ni pesu no e na ma for so taking it for granted. You should learn how to crack the whip. So Bible quotation I will say a man. Baby you should train pray no. Not the piano postoria. When you behave like Jesus. No one funny say Ghana the church. No on cracking whip.
This justice, this pay your prosecution na bibia timi atoto na kwam or pass government official to say MPP or metrum say entimi amma so copy 2028 na bia excellency the president John Dramani Mahama o si from a ebetimi anya impact bi e wo NDC
asha say create impact
o samu
negatively yes. It's dwindling the trust, the fortune, the hope. I'm not Ghana for cry game almost say and confu mo boy game. Oh yes.
The same
yes. I have a cronsa. And on the bluff your friend match of the matchness. Match of a matchness. Omo ye pe.
Scratch my back, let me scratch your back.
So wo de yencho because so fu bia ba be catch say emi yencho ti eja o. Ohini bi atutuntuma abeka se yenya o ti eja o. Yanto aba mo ohini yanto aba masofu.
It's Obama president.
To make us a quotation, they say, we be sure that first quotation, and send me we fikakra. Mark 11:13. Namu yan kind from my penny. Say yes, we pro, yes, o yanko pon ba, o twa ba. He should learn how to crack the whip. He should learn how to crack the whip. Kofo ye dream na pokunku akọ kai and I pay the bia pese ye and abemi nya scandal omo ye nipa mum yanka boni anim na omo nya sabi asoro abofo omo ye nipa some people for e fa se fu soldiers nyansa e chi omo panifo nimu a e ke bia nke no mda so abem enti sa obi appointee no ye boni a na pokuko kan mo mimi o se na montwi na bo so say o pani ye ni enti eni enam sana obia ye n'adwuma obeni projin enya won say afi baako ya enya scandal so say they are struggling koko ade ya wukan na ka radio ni asembia o ko ni asembia da e ka obi entimi nkojia ba bi se yenyi radio edida because wo kura na wo ton $10,000 no Would you know how much it's a media some 32% of the $10,000? And I would demand Nino. What was there $10,000? One pump, one money fertilizer, one money chemical, one yes, Nino. Now, we didn't eat me now, no Cassa. Now, you only papa, okay, 1 or 2 minutes. Ni papa no waka wano atum etiene yese waka wano atum ayebu na sani wo de waka wano atum yebu kwasia waka wano atum ma sese no no wudi ni ho oboda no se wo aban ne nye ono na ono abu kwani fa so no ya $10,000 ni ka de on 10 million no ma kwani ni 50,000 your friends 5,000 then ka kwani ni sese ni sika no ko ma ni 50% of the FOB price wa ma no saa nipa no wo ba ya wo krokro no etiene wa mau
nya wings
ya wo na senka me case so dua se nantwie ni na ho den a nantwie aboa nantwie senka ni na ho den na nkenya mu ana waye mu a
anka obewo so
na puso ne ho kakra na nka enfotie we num ko nu nya nantwie na mpeni
nebo hwe owe quotation menya wa hade amam eye Mark 11:15 to 19 or say Jesus arrives in Jerusalem, enters the temple courts, and drive out those buying and selling, overturning tables of the temple.
Prophet Nigel. Wow.
Enti wa se de wo kai no owura so de mu na ebi ton no wo twa ba de pamo wo mu nyina ekọ nebo 1 minute na ye de AC no wo expectation na wo bobo so wanwie wo kan ye friend saying wo bo the reshuffle
the agric sector the expectation agric sector
okay
who say na who's agric minister ye no ma bebre
yes
but to say me say me person yekua processes na ye de yekua no ene de ye business wo Ghana ha no
yes
e wo say o man peniti ni mayenya one stop shop say uwa ha whatever you need about agric e wo so wunya
okay
whatever you need about any other sector e wo so wunya
so say me can be I think very good
enti eno no o mo share agric sector ho de
very well
last but not the least me person meti se dun so wa ban we mu
okay
me person me de maso we e beti se dun so e wa ban we because aban we no e aban a sabi pani na odi ani mu no e ho bi penti aboasere wa wo gene bagro a oni mani to nchen
okay
e bi ato ne pen me ya na maye eni me nya anye nenam won ye proactive in making sure say there are saboteurs in the system
very well
omu omadi
very well
omu find this for hye ho omu do man MPP ni bia tan ne man e ka ne nku ne abawe afeli
me da se
etime omo
me da se
e ma ne nyansa waka se mi huyanka
me da se
huyanka nyansa nyansa fo kasa
me da se listo Nana Kusipoku executive director of Good Governance Advocacy Group Ghana GAG wono na wote ne nka sisi ana ana nenso no Rene Odela Guda wono na NDC aboso
why be so called
Christian
Biba
go so here
because we are sending me text say
Odela person
future chairman
okay abusana ana be makwan na ye di dwumadi ni nyina asi before I story so no minim one more ehwe school feeding enuane a ye de ko ye SHS mu no minim one more ehwe eso na mum se mo adwene ma so ya of course ya chi schools ni bebre asa de ne ko so ya betwa mfoni wa ha e de a kire mo currently the one phone yi so am in saka e ya mia mi krom okwapemam Benkum Senior High storekeeper oho Madam Abigail Sapon eniane a yede mamofra no Madam Abigail Sapon eniema videos ni niema ede a kire mo an kire se o de Kiabongo ko school mu ho a ni wa load Kiabongo no o was store Okofodia no de akokogum Nyankopon ya admo china videos ni dia minsaka no meyin wo fidie so ni ahwe na fei empanifo a wose mo hwe na eniane a yede be ma schools no atena school mu wo na empie wo breko a pantry for matron any wo bia wo hwe se eniane no so no wo betimi afa bi se ode kwakoton wa na ode ko no no akwakodi no ya hwe ne puma sibre na sa ne mani nyina atimi e de afri ho ana be makwan ne de djumadi ne nyina asi Mr. Kevin Asante and she said djumadi e de mame camera e Prince ana fe ye Francis okwa MCR Mr. Ralph Jampo e honum yimano okusi yimano neti ene e Peter Cranton wo mo na hyehyɛ uti bi musu nyina na bibia ye camera Lizzy na ye makeup ma ye ho timi ye fe ne ye baba tena ase empanifo a moje bre asofo empanifo kukudam a moje bre na mutimi hwe djumadi ni bi ne Yankopon enhyira mo amempene da mirin edi NK Obrempong the grassroots president okwap Mike Kania Yankopon ya admo china me no besan hia news team na ready makramo